Yo, what's going on, family? How y'all doing, man? We are back. We are back, man. Game three, World Series, Phillies, Astros, 1-1. Game three is here, right in Philly, down South Philly, Citizens Bank Ballpark. I'm glad to be with y'all today, man. We had a little rain delay yesterday, so it ain't gonna be no breaks from here on out. Every day from here on out, it's going to be a Philly stream. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, possibly Friday, and possibly Saturday. Hopefully, we can finish out Thursday. But I'm definitely glad to be here with you guys. We're bringing the game audio once the game actually starts to come back from commercial break. As always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Ranger Suarez starting today. Ranger Suarez. I know I didn't actually change the description in my video, but instead of Zach Wheeler, we got Ranger Suarez starting today. And we got for the Houston Astros, what's this guy's name? Lance McCullers Jr. starting for the Houston Astros. So Phillies went in another direction. Houston Astros stayed put. So we'll see how that works out for the Phillies. We'll see how that works out for the Astros, but definitely glad to be here with you guys. They're loud. The crowd is loud and ruckus down there. You can hear it through the screen, talking to some people down at the stadium. It is even louder than what we could actually hear through the audio of the game. So that being said, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. As always, once we actually get started, we'll go ahead and bring the game audio in. First pitch should be in about 2 minutes. So I'll go ahead and get everything set up on my end. That should be a good game. Definitely should be a memorable one. And yeah, man. So we'll go ahead and take it. I definitely want to see how long Ranger Suarez actually lasts in this game. The longer we can get out of him, the better off we'll be. I don't want to see it to where we get into a what you call that, a bullpen game, because once it gets to a bullpen game, especially with them having a solid starter at their 3-4 spots, we don't want this to get into a bullpen game because there is no break from here on out. So we want to make sure that the guys stay rested. So the longer the starters go, the better off we'll be in the series. But in a few minutes, we'll actually be maybe another few seconds, we'll be logging on to the game audio, bringing that in. Then we go ahead and get this thing started, man. I think they already sung the national anthem, so pretty much just waiting for the game audio to come on. Then we'll take it from there, man. All right, here we go.
46,000 hoping to ensure just that as we welcome you to the 2022 World Series on Fox, presented by Capital One.
Oh, let me turn that off real quick, man. I don't know.
5 and 10 innings, the Astros came back with a 5-2 win in Game 2. And now Ranger Suarez with his first start since the division series, but had the last 2 outs in clinching the NLCS. Then he had 11 pitches in relief in Game 1 of this series, and there are 46,000 people out of their minds here in this ballpark tonight, John. But this might be the coolest, calmest man in the whole building.
Yeah, he really has shown that his heartbeat is slow. Now, whether or not he has his touch, we'll see what those extra outings out of the pen does to his routine as a starter. But look, this game simply is going to come down to which offense lets the other pitcher possibly get in trouble or not, meaning both pitchers struggle to throw strikes early in the count. Will the offense give them the issues, or will they swing and help out the pitchers?
Of course, the Astros had that blitz against Zach Wheeler the other night with 4 swings.
All right, Jose Altuve coming to bat.
In that span. Here's the lineup for Game 3 with Altuve, Pena, and Alvarez at the top. And it's Alex Bregman, who's been their top hitter this postseason. Kyle Tucker bats 5th at the 2 home runs in Game 1. Gurriel's at first base hitting 6th, with the rookie David Hensley getting his first start of the postseason. Then Chas McCormick and Martin Maldonado. It's been 4,747 days since the Phillies last hosted a World Series game in 2009.
Crazy.
The Astros have been in the World Series more often than anybody. Their 4th trip over the last 6 years and trying to win their first title since 2017. Umpiring crew for Game 3 has the crew chief calling balls and strikes. That's Dan Iasonia, who's got a big strike zone. So pitcher-friendly home plate umpire.
Okay, big strike zone. That's something to remember.
Lineup,
big strike zone.
Top has things going. Dusty Baker's leadoff man Jose Altuve showing signs of coming out of it, John, after a 4-for-37 start to this postseason, 3-for-4 in Game 2.
Yeah, and he crushed left-handers on the season, so he's got some things that he takes away from the strengths of Suarez. He likes the ball in. He certainly can.
All right, here we go.
See if the ball down and change-ups away.
First pitch coming up. Jose Altuve at bat. First pitch.
He swings away, floats it to right. Castellanos.
Nice. One pitch out. Nice. Slide and catch by Castellanos. That's a good joint. One pitch, one out. You know I love those.
Well, it's pretty ironic. He made this play to save a game earlier in the postseason, and he starts the game with a similar play. And that play he made was in Houston.
Did that in the division series in Atlanta, too. So one gone on one pitch, and now Jeremy Pena with the Baltimore chopped to short.
Bryson Stott to first. Nice. 2 outs. 2 outs. Already 2 outs. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Pena hit it to short. Got him out at first just in time.
If you don't take a couple pitches, well, the first 2 and 2 outs. There is not a better feeling for a starting pitcher to start a World Series game for the first time and get 2 outs in 2 pitches.
And hey,
absolutely.
Just like we all figured, the Phillies defense to start the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Bryson Stott, a nice
2 outs, 2 pitches, man. Great start.
And here's Jordan Alvarez, who's the best left
Jordan Alvarez at bat. Strike. Nice, good pitch. Inside, foul ball. 0-2 count.
Strikes. He loves to pitch in with his sinker. He's got a really above average curveball, good change up and a slider.
Oh, 2.
That's low. 1-2 count.
Now there's the numbers. That is pretty strong for a big slugger to have average and power.
And against lefties at a really high level. 1-2 pitch from this left-hander is
foul ball.
Jordan Alvarez hit a home run.
Still 1-2.
First 2 games of the postseason. That monster walk-off in Game 1 against Seattle. Since then, though, he's 4-for-28.
Yeah, well, Suarez is going to have to be careful now. They've tried to throw 2 balls up and in, which is where the hole is. He cannot make a mistake over the plate when you're trying to go in. That's going to be Alvarez.
Another foul ball. 1-2.
25 years old, playing in his 3rd World Series already. One of the most feared hitters in the sport. I mean, he strikes fear into you just when he walks up there at 6'5", 230 pounds, and then you're like, okay, probably some swing and miss in a guy like this, right? I mean, he's got as good a plate discipline as anybody to go along with that foul. On another 1-2 from Ranger Suarez.
Outside. 2-2. Just outside.
Definitely is not bothered by a lot. Now notice he hasn't thrown a curveball. There's some pretty good numbers that Alvarez has off of left-handed curveballs. And you have to remember, if Suarez, your curveball could be better than the other ones he hit, so don't can it.
2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. 1-2-3. Phillies come out on fire. Phillies come out on fire, man. So we're going to commercial break. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be Phillies up to bat. Bottom of the first inning, score tied, 0-0. When we come back from commercial break, you already know the lineup. 1, 2, and 3. Kyle Schwarber, Rhys Hoskins, JT Real Muto. Going to the bottom of the first. Score tied, 0-0. Defense looks really good. Suarez got some help from that defense. 2 1-pitch outs. Cannot ask for nothing better than that. So that's definitely a good way to come out, especially your first World Series start. So hopefully the bats can get going, man. Get going early. Put all the pressure on Houston. Give me 1 second, fam. I'll be right back. 1 second. My bad, family.
Schwarber, Hoskins, Real Muto, then Harper, Castellanos, Sinbohm. It's the same lineup that Phillies fans have come to expect against right-handed pitchers. Scott Segura and Marsh rounded out. And it is the right-handed pitcher that they'll face in Lance McCullers, who's no stranger to the postseason. Kenny detailed it, 18 games in the postseason, including 5 years ago today. He started Game 7 of the World Series at Dodger Stadium. So this is a guy, John, who has been there, done that, brimming with confidence.
And again, we didn't see that in the top of the first, but will the Phillies be a little bit more patient to see, A, is he throwing his breaking ball for strikes? He can get erratic in the strike zone, but he has the most confidence I've ever seen for a young pitcher to think he's better than anybody else on the mound. We'll see if he lives up to that, because he has been electric in the postseason.
Buckle up here, buddy. Less than a month ago, Kyle Schwarber got a first pitch fastball from him and crushed it for a homer. He goes back to and misses. 1 ball, no strikes.
1-0 count.
See a high off speed.
High and outside.
86% to left-handers in the game he had against New York. A lot of sliders and curveballs with changeups.
1 ball, 1 strike. Throws his fastball less
Good
than any
pitch.
pitcher in the
1-1 count.
About 25% of the time. And everybody knows Lance McCullers for his curveball, but he once threw 24 consecutive times in a championship series game. But he's added a slider to that.
Inside, 2-1.
There's the curveball. He throws what sometimes looks like an uphill slider. In other words, he can throw it up in the zone against left-handers, and it gives the appearance that it's going to be a ball, but stays in the strike zone. Then he'll change speeds with that breaking ball.
Outside.
That's what you got to
3-1.
watch. If you're Philadelphia, the ball out of his hands sometimes pops out of his hands. If he's got command of that pitch, you got to be on alert. But behind in the count, don't expect you're going to get a fastball, because he will have the confidence to throw the breaking ball.
Reese Hoskins on deck. 3-1 count.
3-1. Schwarber takes strike 2 on the outside corner.
Kyle thought that was a ball. It was a little low.
Backdoor to left-handers.
Full count.
A lot of his sliders. Okay.
Slider, yeah, that was a good pitch.
Give the
Good pitch.
left-hander
Good pitch.
basically look like it comes as a ball and catches the part of the strike zone later than they're willing to swing.
Kyle Schwarber, who started this postseason 0 for 16, is hitting .346 over a 9-game on-base streak.
3-2 pitch.
He leads off game 3.
Outside. Ball 4. Lead off walk.
The on-base streak to 10 games very promptly. John, how about our keys to the
Lead off walk for the
Well,
Phillies.
for Houston, business as usual. They're going to play a conventional game because they have a conventional starter, and they're going to have to find a way to take the crowd out of the game, which they did, and put their crowd early and often in Houston. For the Philadelphia Phillies, you know what? Rangers got to avoid the crooked numbers. That's what Houston's been able to do, and they got to find a way to hit the very fastball that they may not see very often tonight. But when they get it, and he makes a mistake, you got to hit that fastball.
All right, Rhys Hoskins on deck.
Rhys Hoskins.
Batting 192 in the playoffs.
Got a first pitch.
Foul ball.
Missed it.
0-1.
Every hitter will tell you, most of them, they don't want to get beat on the fastball. You see fastball, adjust to the rest. Well, chances are you're not going to see more than 1 or 2 in and at bat off of McCullers. So I would look in the area of right-handed batters. If that ball starts it, you'd be ready to hit it, because that's the breaking ball that's going to be in the zone. If it starts away, find a way to kind of spin on it and don't swing at it.
Next half the time, if it's away, it's going to miss outside, because half the time it's going to be a breaking ball. That's
Another foul ball. 0-2.
On Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins has saved his best for these special nights in South Philly. Adney, 5 home games this postseason, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs in those 5 games.
Yeah, he's definitely coming through in the times where he needed it most. Had some plays that he would love to have back, but the homers kind of made up for it.
All right, 0-2 pitch.
An 0-2 hole. McCullers comes back home.
Outside. 1-2.
What he does, McCullers, is if he's not pulling his left shoulder towards first base, where you see in some breaking balls miss, he'll change speeds on his breaking balls. And he changes the kind of the tilt on it. So he makes one look like 2, 3, 4 different pitches.
Long pause, fires 1-2, and
Got him swinging at the slider. Strikeout for Rhys Hoskins. JT Real Muto coming to the plate. 1 out, runner on first.
Really good slider that just misses the zone. You sweep it from top corner to bottom corner and change speeds.
Well, Lance McCullers missed a lot of this year with a forearm injury that he suffered last postseason. So he came back in mid-August, only made 8 starts during the regular season. And in his 2 starts in the postseason, a very different guy. We went back and watched both those starts pretty closely. That start against the Mariners, he was really good. 6 shutout innings. Wasn't as sharp against the Yankees.
No, he didn't have his breaking ball early. He got behind in a lot of counts, and they made him pay for it.
Gave up 4 runs over 5 innings on 8 hits in that game. Astros came from behind to win it and clinch.
That's low.
Ball 1 on Real Muto.
1-0.
That's what the Phillies are going to be chasing or trying not to chase. That pitch right there. The ball down with the fastball sink action is a great combination for him. He'll mix in some changeups. But if they can stay away from swinging at pitches out of the zone, they'll have success tonight.
Real Muto, the hero of game 1, fouls this one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. One of the many guys that has loved hitting in this ballpark. Phillies in the postseason, 7 runs a game here. They've hit 12 homers in the 5 games here. On a 1-1 pitch.
Ooh, inside. 2-1. 2-1 count.
Flying open, and when you fly open, you're going to suffer. Command is going to suffer, and I'm sure he's revved up here in this crowd and on the road. But not a good recipe for the strike zone if you're not slowing down that front side. That front shoulder is key.
Well, there's an issue with McCullers. Typically is walks.
2-1 count.
2-1 pitch.
Ooh, right outside. Called it a strike. 2-2. They did say his strike zone was big. So you got to watch out for that.
JT does such a great job against right-handers, really kind of controlling the ability for a right-hander to throw a lot of curveballs to him. And he doesn't, McCullers doesn't throw a lot of curveballs to righties anyways, but staying on the slider and the breaking ball has been kind of pretty good for JT so far.
He's got Schwarber first after his leadoff walk on a 2-2 pitch.
Ooh, foul ball. Still 2-2 count. 1 out, runner on first.
He runs. This is a catcher who stole 21 bases in 22 tries this year and is the best defensive catcher in the majors. That became official today. Won a Gold Glove. And he does all that more often than everybody. He's caught 232 more innings than anybody in baseball this year. Wow. The Iron Man on a 2-2 pitch.
Ooh, inside, full count.
Inside and another full count.
Yeah, and there's going to be, if there's a lot of full counts, there's going to be a lot of short innings for Lance McCullers today. And interesting to see if Rob Thompson trusts JT at the plate with Harper on deck. I don't think I would send Schwarber with Harper on deck.
Schwarber can run pretty well for whatever that's worth. Got a decent lead. He's not running as Realmuto
foul ball. Still 3-2.
We know Schwarber can run a little bit because he got everybody tacos.
Yeah, right? Sure did. Stress pitches. Those are, I mean, every pitch in the World Series is stress pitches, but right now there's a lot of them for McCullers because he has been deep in the count, unlike the Astros, not really giving Suarez a chance to see if he's going to throw strikes or not.
On another 3-2. JT Realmuto. Pops it up.
Pop up.
On the diamond, Maldonado.
Right behind the plate. 2 outs. All right, so he got out of the jam. 2 outs.
Here comes Bryce Harper.
Runner on first. Here come Bryce Harper coming to the plate.
These fans for the first time since his pennant-clinching home run.
I'll be kind of shocked if Bryce is not going to the plate sitting on a breaking ball. At some point, McCullers has to throw him fastballs to keep him honest. But Bryce is so good against off-speed, and we know he likes to swing early and swing big. If he stays on the breaking ball and gets the one in the middle of the plate, loud noise.
So you mentioned at some point he's got to throw him a fastball. He doesn't want to. He's only thrown one fastball to a left-hander all postseason. Does he change that up against this guy here?
All right, here we go.
Wanting to score this first inning. McCullers to Harper. It's good.
Stop playing. Damn, he smashed it. Damn, he smashed it. First pitch. Damn, he smashed it. Damn, first pitch. He knew it was coming. Breaking ball right over the damn plate. That was stupid. Damn. Yo, this boy is a Philly legend already. Damn, he smacked it. A 2-run shot by Bryce Harper. Phillies up 2-0 already. He said it. He was sitting on a breaking ball. He saw it right over the plate.
Well, Johnny sure looked ready for a curveball.
He sat on it, and he got it. Look, you look at film all the time, and you watch at-bats, and you can just tell sometimes a great hitter is going to take away one of the strengths of the opposing pitcher, and he sure did it on the first pitch.
Nick Castellanos. At bat, 2 outs.
If he makes a better pitch, it might be a ground ball out. But he's all over that breaking ball.
Now he's trying to get Alec Bones' attention, who's on deck. Castellanos takes ball 2. It has been a rough first inning for
2-0. Nick Castellanos at the plate.
McCullers shaking through a few signs, and they're going to ask for time, get on the same page here. But Castellanos has had his hands full with McCullers on paper, and in practice, it's not been a good matchup. With all the breaking stuff McCullers throws, Castellanos is 0 for 9 with 4 Ks against him.
All right, ground out the third. Out at first. All right, so we go on a commercial break. Bryce Harper with the 2-run bomb. First pitch. Sitting right on the breaking ball, right over the plate. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be top of the second. Phillies up over the Houston Astros 2-0. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for the Astros. We got Bregman, Tucker, and Gurriel, 4, 5, and 6. Phillies up. Top of the first, going to the top of the second inning. 2-0 over the Houston Astros.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance, a grand slam for your budget. And by Taco Bell, Steal a Base, Steal a Taco is back. And
all right, here we go. Bottom of the second.
And Ranger Suarez goes.
All right, so broadcast acting a little nutty.
It faces Alex Brett. Ball, no strikes.
All right, so here you go, Bregman at the plate. 1-1 count.
316 this postseason with 3 home runs.
Yeah, he will not come out of the zone, so he'll actually give Suarez a little more problems than he would like.
Bouncing ball out of Cone.
All right, hit the third. Out at first. 1 out.
Well, the last time Bryce Harper played in front of these fans, hit one of the biggest home runs in franchise history, one of the biggest home runs in postseason history to beat the Padres, help them win the pennant, send them to the World Series, where they pitched him really tough over the first 2 games. He was 2 for 8.
Yo, he been smacking stuff here, man.
Switch breaking ball, like you said, you figured he'd be sitting on, and he didn't miss it.
No, he didn't. And those last 2 swings at home, man, these crowds.
Already got Tucker at the plate.
Anyways, because of his contract, but he doesn't have to pay for anything in this.
Yeah.
Hold on, sir.
Outside. 1-0.
Kyle Tucker. John Middleton said, I don't know if it's possible for a guy to be getting $330 million and us feeling like we probably underpaid, but I think we maybe did.
Ooh, that was low, but he gave it to us. Big strike zone. 1-1 count.
So far, so good. Crisp on everything. Suarez not showing any signs of being amped up, rusty, or those relief appearances causing a structure of routine change.
Nice. Another one. Another one. Big strike zone. 1-2.
Yeah, you got to be pretty cool customer to just not let anything bother you. And right now, yeah, he was nervous his first start against Atlanta, but he's showing no signs of being off.
In on Tucker, rolled into the shift.
Hit the second. Out at first. 2 outs.
Thanks, Joe. Bryce, you know McCullers throws a ton of breaking balls. How did you prepare for that at bat?
I was just trying to get a good pitch over the plate. We faced him late in the year. Last time I went back to Houston during the year and saw him pretty well. He's really tough. I mean, he's got that good slider and he's got that heater that he throws as well. It's a really good team over there. So going to be able to strike first and get 2-0 is huge, and just got to keep going.
How do you like
little mess here? Hold on 1 second.
This place is unbelievable. I mean, there's nothing better than coming here and playing at home, and we absolutely love coming home and playing in front of this fan base.
Bryce, thank you very much. Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny, thanks to Bryce. Taking a minute for us. Phillies trying to get to 6-0 here. Astros trying to stay unbeaten away from home in the postseason. Yuli Gurriel with the bases empty, 2 gone. Takes a changeup that misses, 1-1.
What Suarez does is sneaky fastball.
Making a damn mess over here.
Changeup away. He's got a sneaky cutter. I mean, there's nothing that overwhelms
spilling
him.
juice.
Very quick with all.
Goodness.
To a guy that
1-2 count.
miss much in
Gurriel at the plate.
strike out at all against left-handed pitchers.
In the postseason, or righties. Yeah. He's 39 plate appearances, no strikeouts.
1-2 pitch. That's high. 2-2.
It's 2-2. Two pitch. Bouncing ball.
All right. Down to the third. Yeah, a little dribbler. Couldn't get there in time. All right, so 2 outs. Runner on first for Houston.
Yeah, nothing you can do about this. This is a guy who gives up a lot of ground balls, so every once in a while you're going to get some soft hit contact. As a pitcher, you accomplished your goal. You got him to hit it soft. Unfortunately, he got on base.
John Astros DHs in this postseason are 1 for 34 between Aledmus Diaz and Trey Mancini. So
all right, David Hensley,
who made his major league debut at the end of August. His 8th start as a big leaguer is in game.
That was low and outside. He gave us the strike. 0-1 count.
But like you said, what was it? 1 for 34. Yeah, the DH's spot has not been good for Houston.
Hens has made 2 plate appearances in this postseason, both of them in the division series. One of them was a key one. He had a long at bat. He got hit by a 3-2 pitch and helped start the rally that was ended by Alvarez.
Nice, another one.
He's in an 0-2 hole just like that. He's going to have trouble.
0-2 count.
If that bottom of the strike zone gets called, he's going to have a hard time, especially if he spins something off that height of that fastball or throws a changeup off the height of that fastball that goes away out of the zone.
Did he check? Nope. Yep, he checked the swing.
He tried to go with the changeup, but he missed.
Check the swing.
1-2
count.
He was already going after that pitch, getting a little anxious. So if you could imagine, if he might even be able to back that up and double up that changeup if he wanted to, based on that reaction.
Coming inside this time.
Inside. Goodness gracious.
Now the only reason
2-2.
I like that pitch is it resets the hitter in his eyes on where he was. Now, if he hits in the inside part and freezes him, obviously it works. But it takes away where he was, where the hitter's eyes were looking out over the plate on that particular setup.
On 2-2, Hensley.
That's low.
Takes a change.
Full count.
And that's my point. So now you see a pitch inside. You absolutely could recognize the next pitch that's away. If the fastball's down and away, you cannot recognize anything that's off speed in that same lane. So he worked it to a 3-2 count. Credit him, but the 2 pitches nowhere close after he got to 1-2.
3-2 pitch.
3-2 comes home.
Right through the middle.
Base hit into center field.
Runner at that. Runner as a single. Runner at that advances to third. 2 outs. Runner at the corners.
The calling of Suarez and JT, in my opinion, because they let him in the at bat. He was basically telling you he was going to swing at anything away, and look at what he did on the 3-2 pitch and goes right up the middle and keeps the inning alive, seeing if McCormick can get some 2-out lightning for the Astros.
So Dusty Baker playing the rookie and immediately rewarded for it. First and third, 2 gone, and it is Chas McCormick.
All right, you got McCormick to the plate. 2 outs. Runners at first and third.
And you got a low ball pitcher, so see how they attack McCormick.
Check at first.
Chas McCormick out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. The peak of his fandom. The golden era of Phillies baseball. Back-to-back pennants in 08 and 09.
That's high. 0-1.
Played here. He said that he was watching the NLCS thinking, man, how cool would it be if we win our series, we get to the World Series, and the Phillies beat the Padres? I get to go have my first games in the park that I grew up going to as a fan, be in the World Series. He's got a chance to get the Astros on.
That's high. Ooh. That was inside. They gave it to him. 1-1. Big strike zone. Big strike zone. We'll take it.
Suarez retired the first 2 in this inning. Then Gurriel, an infield hit. Hensley, a base hit. McCormick.
Ooh, got him. Throw it past him. 1-2 pitch.
That's the weak spot right there. That's where you can expose McCormick. He wants to hit.
Count is 1-2.
Hit a ball low, away out of the plate. And they went cutter in and tied him up perfectly. Now, this is the 3rd straight hitter he's gotten to 2 strikes. The previous 2 found their way on base. He's got to put this hitter away with another pitch similar to that.
All right, here we go. 1-2 pitch. That's high. 2-2.
Now, that was a really good pitch. And just a bit outside the strike zone from McCormick. He couldn't hit it anyway, so he kind of was frozen and had to rely on the mercy of the call.
Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out, and a
2-2 pitch. Ooh! Strikeout. Stranded 2 on base. Philly strand. Astros strand 2 on base. Suarez with the 3rd strikeout. Get him out of here. We're going to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Phillies is up 2-0. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Phillies. Alec Bohm, Bryson Stott, and Gene Segura. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Phillies. Going to the bottom of the 2nd. 2-0, Phillies over the Houston Astros. Anybody on the stream, please hit that like button. We'll be back with the live audio after commercial break. Phillies up 2-0. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Game 4 is tomorrow. Game 5 is Friday. Game 5 is Thursday. And possible 6 and 7 is Friday and Saturday. No Eagles stream this week. Eagles versus Texans, no stream this week. After that rain delay yesterday, pushed everything back today.
So Lance McCullers looks to take a deep breath and settle into this game. 2-0 Phillies. Alec Bohm starts the second and rips one to left field over Alvarez.
Another shot. First pitch home run. Alec Bohm with a single shot. Phillies up 3-0.
Alec Bohm's first career postseason home run is the 1,000th in World Series history. And whatever Bryce Harper told him,
They smashing this dude, man.
like helped.
They might pull McCullers out.
Over from the on-deck circle towards the end of the last inning, whispered something in his ear. Into his head. Swinging the first pitch, swing really hard for the homer, dude. Same exact thing Harper did.
High. 1-0.
Now from McCullers, he's had a little bit of shock to his system. He hasn't commanded his fastball good enough. He's given up a homer on his fastball and a homer on his breaking ball. He has to establish his fastball at some point and get connected if he's going to stay in this game much longer.
Foul ball. 1-1.
Because what it's done now.
Bryson Stott at the plate. Alec Bohm with the first pitch home run.
But if he doesn't throw enough fastballs to set that pitch up, the more they see it, the better they can recognize that spin.
The Philly crowd being such a factor.
2-1 count. That pitch was high. 2-1.
When the Phillies are good, when Philadelphia sports teams are good, it's hard to come into this city and play here. It's hard to come here and pitch here. You did in 1993 in the NLCS. That's a strikeout.
Nice. Good pitch. 2-2.
They didn't even let you get in the building before they were letting you have a hard time.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a special environment right now. We got to understand for a long time it's been kind of a vacant place and a frustrating place because they haven't been to the postseason. So you can
2-2 pitch. Ooh, strikeout. Bryson Stott. Caught him looking.
So when they
Caught
get
him
this
looking.
home run, remember Harper calls them over and gives them either a tip on spin or a tip on what he's doing, and whatever he told them carried over into the next inning and carried over to this first pitch.
Slider.
Fastball.
Fastball.
Right to where Bohm did not let him have it back.
Gene Segura. Good slider there from McCullers.
See, that's the pitch. See the tight.
0-1. Gene Segura at the bat.
More in rhythm with what we're used to
Gene
seeing.
Segura at bat. 0-1. Got him swinging.
Two-run homer in the first inning.
Here come the 0-1 pitch. That's low. 1-1.
You have to throw it away. He had a rough start to the Yankees game, but he battled and kept it there, and of course they won that game. And that's what he's going to have to do for Dusty Baker now.
1-1 pitch.
Fires 1-1. Segura.
Foul ball.
Heard you talk about
1-2.
Trying to keep it to a dull roar.
Yeah, it's got to be dull because if you got runners on, it is not going to be dull. At any point, 2 outs, 1 out, no out, You know, solo home runs, that roar goes up, but then it calms down. The really big roar is when there's runners on and a rally is in the place of this stadium.
Just misses.
That's low and outside. 2-2.
That's McCullers, not new to this stage. 18 postseason games, sub-3 ERA as a postseason pitcher. 29-year-old in his 7th major
2-2 pitch. Here we go. Got him swinging. Damn. Strikeout for Gene Segura. 2 outs. Nobody on.
This one was a little bit of a front door slider. I'm not sure he was trying to throw it there, but it worked.
With Brandon Marsh.
And he's basically a little bit frustrated, I'm sure, with himself. See how that pitch started in and buckles the right-handed hitter.
Brandon Marsh to the plate.
Here's the 9-hitter, Brandon Marsh.
2 outs, nobody on. Brandon Marsh at the plate. That's low.
Ball 1 and down to Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Joe. Alec, we saw Bryce Harper say something to you in the on-deck circle. What was it?
It's between us.
When you went up there, what were you looking for?
I say he's been throwing a lot of sinkers to righties, so I was just making sure I was on time for that. Got one over the plate and put a good swing on it.
Thanks, Alec. Joe, back to you.
We knew he was.
Brandon Marsh checked the swing.
Right.
2-0 count.
2-0 on Brandon Marsh. The Phillies have been searching for a long time for an answer in center field. They're hoping they may have found it in this trade at the deadline, bringing in Marsh, who's helped stabilize the defense and has been a whole lot better offensively than he was in Anaheim. On a 2-0 from McCullers, Marsh hits a fly ball to right field. Tucker drifting back to the track, to the wall.
Damn.
It's off the top of the wall and gone. The 3rd home run for the Phillies.
Damn. Brandon Marsh with the home run. I thought it was a double. They called it a home run. Phillies up 4-0. Phillies up 4-0.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a home run. The
It hits the glove, the top of the wall, and then out. Back in.
they gonna pull McCullers. They gonna pull him.
Now it's got to clear the red banner for it to be a home run. Obviously, it falls back on the field side of that, but was it going to be a home run when it hit this fan's glove?
Well, another hanging breaking ball to a good breaking ball.
They gonna pull McCullers.
And again, not
I tell you that now. They gonna pull him.
Fastball's coming back to haunt McCullers. At first look, it looked like it was going to be over the fence.
He just leaving the all speed pitches right over the damn plate.
That's going to probably be a home run based on where the height of that ball hit the glove. Yeah.
For Brandon Marsh, it'll be his second one of this postseason. He's hitting below 200 in the postseason, but a couple big swings in there. And it's continued for the Phillies at Citizens Bank Park.
Home run is under review right now.
In 5 games in 2 innings here.
I mean, I wonder if they probably not playing wizard odds in their clubhouse. They love being home.
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. I mean, they have just – there's not really even been a close game except for the last one, right, against San Diego. They have outscored their opponents pretty heavily.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. It's a home run.
All right. So
4-0. Phillies over the Houston Astros.
Gets to click his heels together.
I tell you what, it's one of the most impressive stretches. Like, it's one thing to talk about what we have to, we talk about it because we have to, and we share the stats and we talk about the trends. But it's another thing to come out after not being here for a little while and do it again and again and again. Neither team's lost 2 games in a row for a long time, so something's going to give, obviously, tonight.
They're outscoring opponents, John, in the postseason here 39-15.
Kyle Schwarber to the plate. Count is 1-0. That pitch was outside. Ooh, that's a good pitch. 1-1.
Goodbye to the Bill Roar you talking about, try to capture, and then before you know it, you blink and it all turns into an avalanche.
2 outs.
3 home runs already.
After walking the lead
Bottom of the second.
The next 2 hitters out, you think, okay, I might get out of this.
Good pitch. 1-2.
Within a blink of an eye, it's 2-0, and then it didn't stop. And so, again, for Lance McCullers and Dusty Baker, he needs him to pitch 5 innings if possible. I know they're going to get the bullpen up, but if you can get it going and at least keep it right there, it helps Dusty's bullpen here in the next 3 games, or 2 games.
Backs in the pen. That's Hunter Brown. One-two to Schwarber.
That's how.
2-2.
And again, I mentioned the high slider, but he's getting underneath these pitches. He wants that pitch up, but by getting underneath, it doesn't have the same effect and the same tilt and the same break.
Two count, 2 outs.
On a 2-2 pitch, Kyle Schwarber fouls it off.
Foul ball, still 2-2.
Walked and scored his first time. He's reached in 10 consecutive games now. The pitching coach of the Astros, Josh Miller, the best staff in the American League all year. Extra good in the postseason. Tagged early tonight. Another 2-2 pitch.
That's foul ball.
Well, what these hitters for Philadelphia are showing right now, they're eliminating, it looks like, the fastball and the fact that he's not throwing it for strikes. And they're able to sit on off speed. And if you can sit on off speed and recognize it, there's no difference between the changeup, which he just pulled foul, and the breaking ball that you can see coming out of his hand. When you're in between as a hitter and you don't know what typically is coming, that's when you got to make those split-second decisions.
Ooh, sinker. That's in. Dribble to the first, to the pitcher. Out at first. All right, so Phillies tack on 2 more runs in the bottom of the second. We're going to the top of the 3rd inning. Phillies are up over the Houston Astros 4-0. And when we come back from commercial break, it'll be 9-1-2 in the lineup for the Houston Astros. Maldonado, Altuve, who's 0 for 1, and Pena, who's 0 for 1. 9-1-2 in the lineup for the Houston Astros, going to the top of the 3rd. Down to the Phillies, 4-0. Chris M, my guy. Chris M says, I'm feeling good about tonight. Keep it going, Phillies. Yo, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie. I expected at least a better start from McCullers, but I take it, man. Damn, 3 home runs in the first 2 innings. They definitely gonna pull him. He a rat. They gonna pull him. They gonna pull him. And the way our defense is playing and the pitch count that Ranger Suarez got, we can get him to the 6th, 7th inning. You know, if they keep up this pace up. I'm liking what I'm seeing though, man. Astros gotta go to the bullpen early. It ain't no more days off in the series, so you wear the bullpen out some. So it's definitely one of the best starts we could ask for. Starting pitcher probably coming out. He's not coming back out in the bottom of the third. So they're going right to the bullpen. Great start, man. It's a fantastic start. Appreciate the love and support, Chris M. As always. Commercial break. When we come back, it'll be top of the third inning. Phillies up over the Houston Astros 4-0. Anybody in the stream, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. After the commercial break, we'll bring back in the game audio. Phillies up 4-0. Here we go.
Now is your chance to get some extra chips with dip in the form of 25 grand of Big Papi's money. You're playing Fox Bet Super 6. Get the free Super 6 app on your phone now and enter your 6 picks in tonight's World Series contest. All it takes is 6 correct picks to win big. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, all off home runs. The bottom of the order in the second, Bowman March. Now Ranger Suarez, who's looked good.
All right, the pitch was outside. 1-0. Maldonado at the plate.
For Rob Thompson, he wants to have a shorter game anyways and get the lead through the 5th inning. But the Astros are going to have to make Suarez throw more pitches like they did in the 2nd inning.
That's high.
A chance to
2-0.
work in and out of trouble in the strike zone. If you're swinging early, you're not giving a pitcher any chance to work himself into trouble, and they did a better job in the 2nd inning, only swinging at 7 of 23 pitches.
9-1-2 for the Astros in the third. Martin Maldonado.
That's low. 3-0. Come on.
Maldonado, the light hitting, but
You can't walk Maldonado. Not a leadoff walk.
Table for Altuve and company at the top of the order.
Nice.
3-1.
3-1 count.
Homer against Ranger Suarez back in early October. The Astros crushed Suarez in that game in Houston. He gave up a career high 6 runs on October 4th. That included 3 homers.
3-1 pitch. Inside. Nice. 3-2.
Why does the pitcher go 3-0 and then he could throw strike? Well, you take the element of 3-0, you don't think the hitter's swinging, so you can kind of throw it right down the middle with no pressure.
All right, 3-2 pitch.
3-2.
Inside. Got him. Strikeout. Got him looking. 1 out. Jose Altuve coming to the plate. I'm definitely loving this umpire strike zone. He's definitely a pitcher-friendly umpire.
On a 3-2 pitch. The room for error right here to get a strike called is very small, and he painted the corner.
Outside.
Right now, the inside part
1-0 for Jose Altuve.
So far in this game, the outside a little bit more tight. So he knows that that's the strength of his pitching. He loves glove side command, which is into a righty, away to a lefty.
Here's 1-0 to Altuve. That's
Inside, nice.
It's old school, right? He's not missing a bunch of bats, but he's attacking.
Count is 1-1.
Fastballs. And in this postseason, opponents are 3 for 29 against his fastballs.
And he's on a good pace, by the way. Gets it and goes.
You're not going to be
Foul ball. 1-2.
What that does is it keeps your defense engaged, and he gives up a lot of ground balls. So the infielders love playing behind a guy like this. The outfielders might be caught napping every once in a while because he doesn't give up a ton of fly balls.
Hits one in, buddy. What a party. What a pitcher. Ranger Suarez. Altuve back off him. Calmly has it.
Nice. 2 outs. Hit right back to Ranger Suarez. Out at first. 2 outs.
Probably get opportunities to be struck at how good a fielder he is.
Well,
That boy, he definitely got some reflexes.
Voting gets determined for pitchers winning a Gold Glove, but this guy should win a bunch as long as he stays in the big league.
He would have won one this year, but votes were casted before he had enough innings to qualify, so it wasn't on the list.
But in the future, look for him to.
Jeremy Pena at the plate outside. 1-0.
It wasn't just baseball; he played basketball and soccer. A very good athlete. Suarez takes a lot of pride in the way that he feels.
Got him swinging. 1-1.
He was an A-ball. He used to sneak away to play soccer with the local men's league team. He was so good that one of the men's league teams paid him to start showing up and being the ringer every Sunday night. Don't tell my minor league manager. I'm actually
hit the third. Oh, bobble by Alec Bone. Did he get there? Got there. All right, 1, 2, 3 for the Phillies. 1, 2, 3 for the Phillies. We go on a commercial break. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be top of the third for the Phillies. Phillies are up over the Houston Astros 4-0. Damn, this team look good. Pitching, defense, they're hitting. They look fantastic right now, man. And when we come back from commercial break, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Phillies. Rhys Hoskins, who was 0 for 1 with a K. JT Real Muto, 0 for 1. And Bryce Harper, 1 for 1 with a run scored and a 2-run shot at his first at bat. Going to the bottom of the third. Phillies up 4-0. Anybody in the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We here till the series is over with. Hopefully that's with a Phillies parade. A Phillies parade by this weekend. Saturday, a parade for the Phillies Saturday or Sunday would be nice. It's going to be nice out. 75 degrees. Can you imagine a parade for the Phillies on a Sunday or Saturday? 75 degrees outside this weekend. Take games 3, 4, and 5 in Philly. We see everybody on a parade on Sunday. Can't get no better weekend than that. Let me see let me see if they actually went ahead and pulled the picture. Don't say. Don't say. I'm sure they pulled them. Game audio coming back right after the commercial break. Here we go.
First 2 in the second, 2, 3, and 4 coming up in the third for the Phillies. That means Bryce Harper due to bat third. And Bryce has been so many things, and in our consciousness for so long. He was on Sports Illustrated before he was driving a car. Started his career out in Washington, was great there. Didn't win, though. Signs the big contract to come play in Philly. Not a whole lot of winning over his first 2 years. And then he breaks his thumb midway through this season. Comes back from that. Was not good. Hit around 200 over the month after the injury. But he has flipped the switch in the postseason and at times carried these Phillies.
He's been unbelievable. And what timing. You know, when you break your thumb or you have a setback, you never can envision what the end of the season is going to be like.
Tied for second.
So far, so good.
Most home runs in the Phillies postseason. Number 1 is Jason Worth. Jason's at 6.
Okay, so the
Bryce
postseason team
is at second.
Spot. That's new this year. They wouldn't have even qualified without that.
Oh.
And they wouldn't have won enough games to even be
Rhys Hoskins at bat. 0-2 count.
Bryce Harper, with the elbow injury that he suffered in April, hasn't been able to play the outfield. So if there's no DH in the National League, there's no Bryce Harper in 2022.
0-2 pitch. Here we go. Foul ball, still 0-2.
No, it has been great timing in every front, and certainly did not start out that way. Again, probability and chances are exactly that. They're a numerical number, but in June 3rd, the probability and chances of all of this discussion were about as low as you can imagine. Didn't tell that clubhouse and Rob Thompson, though.
That's low.
From McCullers.
Got him swinging.
To get
Strikeout. Reese Hoskins. One out. Nobody on. JT Real Muto coming to the plate.
By Skechers footwear, stylish comfort for men, women, and kids. One out in this third inning. JT Real Muto to the plate. The Phillies started this season 22-29.
Foul ball, 0-1. I'm surprised McCullers is still in the damn game, to be honest with you.
22,000 people here. Nobody was excited about the Phillies.
I thought they'd have been pulled them.
Did not look like they were going to get anywhere close to sniffing it this year. They rip off 8 wins in a row.
That's low. 1-1 count.
14 of the first 16. It's just brought that calmness, the quiet confidence has brewed from it. One to Real Muto.
Well, a lot of
another foul ball. 1-2 count.
Paper, but how does it mesh and work in the clubhouse? It's somehow, some way, the continuity and really the level of, I guess you could say, cohesiveness in the clubhouse has worked out. You can't quantify that on paper, and these guys.
Ooh,
strikeout and a change.
got JT swinging
when no one else did, and it's easy to say that now.
Strikeout for JT Real Muto. 2 outs. Nobody on. Bryce Harper coming to the plate.
So brings up Bryce Harper here with 2 gone in the third inning, and our player resume is sponsored by Indeed. How about this resume for Bryce Harper in this postseason? He had been to the postseason a few times when he was with Washington, but it's a .230 hitter in those trips. Never won a postseason series. He always had this little goal that he wanted to be playing after his birthday. He turned 30 between the division series
and the swinging. 0-1 count.
That chance, having the postseason that he'd always dreamt of.
It's amazing how much he swings and misses on the first pitch, but then goes to work.
That's high.
Right?
1-1.
I mean, he has, and that's his whole process of getting back in rhythm, staying on the ball and going the other way. But a lot of swing and misses on the first pitch, and that kind of baits the pitcher into things that he may not be good at.
Well, my stuff's pretty good. I got this guy. Time called. And the great ones are always evolving. That's been part of the evolution of Bryce Harper. One of the very tiny details. He used to be about league average, how aggressive he was. This year, he was the most aggressive guy in the National League on the first pitch.
All right, here go the 1-1 pitch.
On a 1-1 pitch. Harper on the ground.
Single hit the second. Out at first. All right, Lance. We got out of here, Lance. All right, so 1, 2, 3 for the Phillies. We're going to the top of the fourth. When we come back, it'll be Astros at bat. Phillies are up 4-0. Lance looked like he calmed down some. I give him that. Give credit where credit is due. Like he done calmed down. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup for the Houston Astros. Alvarez, who's 0 for 1 with a K. Bregman, who's 0 for 1. And Tucker, who was 0 for 1. 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. On to the top of the fourth. Phillies over the Houston Astros. 4-0. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support from you guys. Everybody tuning in. 8 weeks into the channel, man. Definitely appreciate all the love, man. It's definitely a grind. But You guys make it worth it, man. Everybody who comes on, show support, hit the like button, comments from time to time. You guys make staying up, 11 and 12 o'clock on a work day worth it, man. Definitely appreciate it. But I tell you, it ain't easy, man. Finishing up a stream 11:30 at night, having to get up 6:30 to go to work. But just you guys being here and hitting that like button and comment from time to time definitely gives me the motivation to get up and do it again the next day. So definitely been learning a lot about the setup and camera and audio. But slow but steady. Again, like I said, anybody who's on the stream, hit that like button and subscribe. Game audio will be back on once we come back from commercial break. Phillies up 4-0 over the Astros.
Event in the world kicking off. Christian Pulisic leading the U.S. men's national team. They return to the World Cup stage for the first time in 8 years. The FIFA World Cup starts November 20th on Fox and FS1. And the World Baseball Classic is back. That's all exclusive on Fox. With the action beginning in March, Taiwan, Japan, Arizona, Florida. Visit worldbaseballclassic.com for more information. You want to make your claim on one of those brackets? Taiwan, Japan, Arizona, Florida.
You have to reserve judgment here.
Okay.
Foul ball. Alvarez at the plate.
Strike one on Yordan Alvarez.
0-1 count.
Taiwan. Alvarez struck out his first time and is now 4 for his last.
Yordan Alvarez, 216 in the postseason.
0-2.
Another foul ball. 0-2.
Ranger Suarez has given up just 2 hits over 3 scoreless innings. In his 5th game in the postseason.
Oh-2 pitch.
0-2.
Inside. It's inside. 1-2.
Unfazed. He comes in Friday in Houston at a spot he's not that familiar with lately, and that is pitching out of the bullpen. And he said, look, the only difference in the World Series is the name. It's the same game. It just has a different name to it.
1-2 pitch. That's low.
That's a good way to approach
2-2.
it, but it ain't that easy. Yeah. And if he approaches it that way and he can make it that easy, good for him, because you really have to have a different mindset to where you can block out certain things that just get magnified. Look, 1, 2, 3 innings are hard. We talked about it to get him.
2-2 pitch. Outside. Goodness
right now,
gracious.
Again, another situation, 0-2, 3-2. Those are valuable pitches that add up.
Full count.
Granted, Rob Thompson's not going to probably let him go much more than 5, maybe 6, but you want to put these Astro hitters away as soon as you can and not let them back in this game.
All right, here comes 3-2 pitch. Grounded to third. He's out. 1 out. Top of the 4th for the Phillies. Nobody on.
4 years he was back and forth between the majors and AAA. He was mostly in the bullpen. And even last year, the Rangers started the season in the minors. And when he got caught up in May, he was low leverage reliever, just come in and blowouts and patch up a couple innings. He was so good in that role, he got elevated, so good there that by the end of June, he was their closer last year. Got a chance in the rotation in August. And when you put it all together at the end of last year, he had the best ERA in baseball. A strike on Alex Bregman. And so
0-1 count for Bregman.
In the postseason, that's the first chance he's had to do it on this stage. But him succeeding is not new. This guy's been really good for a couple years.
Foul ball. 0-2. Bet.
0-2 again. He's been getting ahead of the Astros.
Bregman batting 308
quick.
this postseason. Outside, 1-2. That's low. 2-2.
The Astros have been dealing with the most hostile road environments for the last 3 seasons.
Oh, they weren't calling for a heater there?
Oh, yeah, no. Heater with a C in front.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch.
Kind of a half swing, pushes
Grounded to first. Out at first. 2 outs. Suarez pitch count is at 56 right now.
There are only 5 players left over from the 2017 team. 3 of them in the lineup. Altuve, Bregman, and Gurriel. These guys have been here and wherever they've gone in the last few years since the cheating scandal came to light.
Arhico Tucker to the plate. 2 outs. Nobody on top of the 4th.
Of atoning for what happened by proving that they're a great team, and they've gotten here 4 out of 6 times. Now they need to punch that ticket so get more people off their back, and Philly's trying to prevent that.
A strike on Kyle Tucker. Yeah, Lance McCullers, who's their starter tonight, who's one of the 5 guys that was there in 2017. He said when the scandal was revealed, we knew the one thing we could do was win, and we could win a lot. He said, we understand if people still aren't going to like us, but we knew if we kept winning, you'd at least have to start.
Pop up the center field.
Marsh, dead sprint.
Nice. 1, 2, 3 for the Phillies, man. They on the road right now. They on the road. No hiccups. We going to the bottom of the 4th after commercial break. Phillies up over the Astros 4-0. And when we come back, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for the Phillies. Castellanos 0 for 1. Alec Bohm 1 for 1 with a home run, and Bryson Stott 0 for 1 with a K. Going to the bottom of the 4th. Phillies up 4-0. Hold on.
Backdoor breaking, but you got to make sure that when you miss off the plate, because otherwise it can be critical.
Yeah, it can't be better for Philadelphia to start with 3 home runs up on the early lead. And meanwhile, T-Mobile going beyond for those affected by recent hurricanes. For every home run hit, T-Mobile donating $5,000.
They had some of the pregame announcers talking. Oh, hold on. Let's see what they're talking about.
Like down there.
Yeah, KB, I was humbled to go down there. It was devastating to see the suffering of the people and everything that went down. And
okay, you talking about the hurricane. We at commercial break right now. Game audio will be back once the commercial break ends. Phillies up over the Padres. Phillies up over the Houston Astros. 4-0. All right, here we go.
Coming to the plate to start the bottom of the fourth for the Phillies. They lead 4-0. Roberto Clemente, one of the great players, one of the great humans, one of the great humanitarians. And every year, Major League Baseball gives away the Roberto Clemente Award. This year to Justin Turner, the Dodgers, presented by Capital One. Justin, for his contributions on and off the field, supporting those in his community.
Outside.
Important to do so much in Los Angeles.
1-0 count.
Go to MLB
Nick Castellanos at the plate.
Lance McCullers back to the mound. 4-0 game, bottom
Still
of
in
the
the game.
1-0 to Castellanos. Gets a swing and a
Swing and
miss.
swing and a strike. 1-1.
But regardless, the innings that they now get out of McCullers are bonus innings for Dusty Baker, and that saves his bullpen so that he can do more things with that depth of his bullpen if this game gets close or in the following
Another swing and a strike.
It's huge. I just think it's
1-2 count.
to undersell that would be okay. Yeah, he's given up 4 runs, but if he can give him 2 more innings, that would go a long ways for this series and the depth of the Houston Astros.
1-2 pitch.
And one thing
Foul ball.
about yet, John, is
Still 1-2.
with the rain out and the way the schedule was formatted after it affects this series. And it seems like it is a great equalizer for the biggest gap in this series, which is the depth of the 2 pitching staffs.
Yeah, and the equalizer in the sense that if you flex the muscles and the strength of your ball club, then yes, Houston had an advantage.
Ground ball, ricochets off.
Ground ball to short. Out at first.
That advantage
1 out.
goes away if the Phillies take it away from them and execute offensively, which they have done at home. We documented that. They have this unbelievable
Alec Bohm coming to the plate.
This super team. And until Houston can take that away from the Philadelphia Phillies, guess what Philadelphia feels like they're going to be? World Series champs, because they haven't lost at home.
Alec Bohm attacked the first pitch that he saw in the second inning and hit it out. His first home run in the postseason. Part of what has been a resurgent year for the former 3rd overall pick of the draft.
That's outside. 1-0.
And what felt like rock bottom for Alec Bohm has started to look like it could be the turning point for him. April 11th, playing here, there were 3 balls hit to him in the first 2 innings of the game, and in all 3, he made throwing errors. Flies this one off the end of the bat.
Okay, pop up the center. 2 outs.
So that's bad. But what was really bad, and what really turned into a nightmare for Alec, is that cameras caught him afterwards while he's getting booed, saying,
Bryson Stott is up next.
Several veteran players sit him down after the game. Number 1, to encourage him. Number 2, to say, hey, the way you handle this is going to be really important. You got to do some damage control.
Bryson Stott coming to the plate.
He up to it. He said, look, I said it. Do I mean it? No, I got caught up in the moment. I got caught up in the emotions and the frustrations early on this season. And the next day, Phillies fans gave him a standing ovation as he came up to the plate.
Ooh, inside.
That's something that
good pitch.
Phillies say they don't
0-1.
anything happening like that, but he's been a different guy since, and potentially a defining fork in the road for him. Ground ball to first.
Ground ball to first. Out at first.
After a word from your local Fox State.
All right, 1-2-3 inning for the Astros. So we going to the top of the 5th inning after this commercial break. When we come back, it'll be top of the 5th inning. Phillies are up over the Astros 4-0. Hey, these like these last 2 innings that went past in like 15 daggone minutes. I ain't complaining. This game flying past fast. This drink flying past. Let me see here. So when we come back, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Houston Astros. Gurriel, who's 1 for 1. Hansley, who's 1 for 1. And McCormick, who's 0 for 1 with a K. After commercial break, it'll be top of the 5th inning. Astros down to the Philadelphia Phillies, 4-0. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the stream? Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're here tomorrow, Thursday, if possible Friday, and if needed Saturday for Game 7. Hopefully you don't get to that. Hopefully we can get, tomorrow and Thursday. Take those games here in Philly. Had the parade either Saturday or Sunday. Wishful thinking, but it could definitely happen. Right on Broad Street, down at the Art Museum. It's 75 degrees this weekend. Just think about it. Finish business here. Take care of tomorrow. Close them out Thursday. Parade to be Saturday or Sunday. Can't go bad with either day. Let me see. It'll be 76 degrees Saturday, 75 Sunday. Perfect parade weather. Game audio will be back in once we come back from commercial break.
For every home run hit this postseason, T-Mobile's donating $5,000 to Team Rubicon's hurricane recovery efforts. So when you text relief to 595959, T-Mobile will donate another $5. So far this postseason, there have been 87 home runs hit. That's $435,000 in donations.
All right, Gurriel at bat for the Astros.
Gurriel to start the fifth for the Astros.
Joe, I'm usually, sometimes home on November 1st. Obviously, I'm not now, so I want to wish my daughter Rachel a happy birthday today on November 1st.
Happy birthday, Rachel.
Foul ball. 0-1 count.
Ranger Suarez has retired the last 7. Gurriel's got one of the 2 hits against him. It was an infield hit. 6, 7, and 8 for Houston in this 5th inning. Looking for their second comeback of the postseason from down 4-0.
Down to the second. Out at first. 1 out.
Astros trailed 4-0 after 2 innings against Seattle. That's the one they came back to win on Alvarez's home run by an 8-7 score. And so it's a veteran bunch that's hard to face, even in an environment like this, even with a deficit like this. Don't change the channel. 1 gone in the 5th. Here's David Hensley.
Hensley to the plate for the Astros.
It's always a great sign if you're in the Phillies dugout because that means he's keeping the ball off the barrel of the bat. Sinker, working, changeup, cutter, curveball.
Nice, gave it to him.
Just a smooth
0-1 count.
Delivery and doesn't look like there's any stress on his body whatsoever, even though we know there is. To throw a pitch is not natural.
Ahead 0-2.
Foul ball, 0-2.
That's how you take the sting out of a good offense that can put pressure on you. 10 of the 12 have been ground balls, and they haven't exactly been rockets. So a fairly stressless game, and even though we're in the postseason, it's 4-0. The Phillies bullpen is going.
0-2 pitch. Damn, breaking ball, got him swinging. Strikeout. 2 outs.
There's a lot of guys in the Houston Astros team that can spin a baseball. He may not register in that breaking ball as some of the best spin rate in baseball, but it effectively works because it has the fastball that goes the other way and the breaking ball that comes back into a right-handed hitter.
We got McCormick coming to the plate. Nice. 0-1. 0-1 count.
Philly signed him to a small deal. Small expectations came with it. He didn't pitch until he was 15 years old. He was an outfielder. But with a good
Breaking ball, got him swinging. 0-2.
Phillies like what they saw, but you better believe they never saw this coming. Game 3 of the World Series, 4 2/3 scoreless innings. 0-2 on Chas McCormick.
Two pitch in the dirt. 1-2.
Just to show you the differences, and now he's made some appearances, so I get it. But just the differences of a game like this, it is 4-0. and they have the bullpen up. It's a different game, and they're going to monitor him differently based on his ability to be used.
That ain't Brad Hand, is it?
In so many different ways.
That's Bilotti. They got warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. Check swing. 2-2 count.
The Phillies would love to have this series wrapped up 3 days here in Philadelphia, not go back to Houston, but if it does extend, they would love to have him available. Potentially Game 7, Game 6 in a bad scenario, or even a good one.
There you go, 2-2 pitch. Foul ball.
I'm telling you,
I'm still at 2-2.
So it's not a second guessing of the strategy for the Philadelphia Phillies to this point. But I'm just telling you from a baseball perspective, when he comes out of the game, and he will, the other team's going to go, thank you. That doesn't mean it's going to work with the other pitchers coming in. It's just a perception of we didn't touch that guy.
2-2. Ooh, inside.
And they haven't twice through the order.
Full count. 2 outs. Nobody on. Maldonado on that.
So Rob Thompson actually trying to get ahead of that. As a 3-2 comes home and misses.
It's low.
For his first walk since his first game of the postseason.
So 2 outs. Runner on first. Maldonado coming to the plate.
Phil's in front 4-0, and we take a look at our game summary sponsored by Skechers. 3 home runs over the first 2 innings. 3 home runs over the first 9 hitters. Ranger Suarez 4 2/3, no runs against him. First base runner here since the second, and keeps the inning alive for Martin Maldonado.
I know Maldonado has struggled at the plate, but he does have power. This first pitch, if it's in the zone, I would look for him to try and do damage and lift it in the air.
Career high 15 homers, 1 against Suarez.
Breaking ball. Nice.
Great pitch and a good take. Look, that's what you got to do. If
0-1.
you're there to try and have that same moment that Harper had, you got to get your pitch. You can't just swing at anything.
Check at first.
I always wonder. I mean, I always wonder in a game like this why you would throw over there with 2 outs, but you must think potentially you could go.
That's low. 1-1 count.
You ever do it just to reset if you're not feeling quite right?
No, as a left-hander, it's a little different. Right? You know, he didn't have to do the step off. He obviously is trying to pick him off there.
Yeah.
That's high. Outside.
Yeah, for the walk, falls behind Maldonado.
2-1.
This almost certainly is the last hitter for Ranger Suarez, and boy, would he love to finish off 5.
And boy, would that be hard for me to swallow if that's true.
Oh, pardon me. I know. Different times. Foley's ready down in that bullpen. Suarez
2-1 pitch.
Maldonado cracks one on the ground and through.
Right through.
Making noise with 2 gone here in the 5th. Walk from McCormick, single from Maldonado.
All right.
Altuve is going to come up.
Jose Altuve coming to the plate with 2 on, first and second. 2 outs.
Looks to me like Righty sat down and Alvarado's back up. So Alvarado's getting ready for Alvarez. But 2 outs.
So we got Jose Alvarado warming up in the bullpen as well. Bilotti and Jose Alvarez.
So again, the
See what happens.
Astros have put 2 runners on after the first 2 outs were made in the inning, and the difference is they've got Altuve coming to the plate.
And I know that you prefer that he stays in. You want to see these starters go as deep as possible, but this is a little surprising that he's being left in for Altuve.
Well, only because the right-hander sat down. Yeah. Now you can make the case that you would bring in the right-hander for Altuve, but
what were you warming him for?
Right.
All right, so a key decision in this game.
All right, so they're going to leave Suarez in.
The faith put in him by Phillies manager Rob Thompson, who's been ultra aggressive and pushed all the right buttons.
2 outs. Runners on first and second. For Jose Altuve. Cannot make a mistake here, man. No mistakes. Let's go, Suarez. Inside. Goodness gracious. 1-0.
Altuve, the guy that makes them go.
Let's go, Ranger.
8 home runs during the regular season. 3-time batting champ. Fowler pops it off the hands and
Foul ball. Nice. Got him out. Got him out of here. Houston Astros strand 2 on. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Commercial break. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies are up over the Houston Astros 4-0. And after the commercial break, it'll be 8-9-1 in the lineup for the Phillies. Gene Segura, 0-for-1 with a K. Brandon Marsh is 0-for-1. He's 1-for-1 with a home run. And Kyle Schwarber is 0-for-1 with a run scored and a walk. 8-9-1 in the lineup for the Phillies. Going to the bottom of the 5th. 4-0. Phillies over the Houston Astros. Hit that like button, subscribe. We're at a commercial break right now. Once the commercial break ends, we'll bring back in the game audio. Hit that like button and subscribe. We here for the rest of the series. Hopefully we can knock this thing out and be done with the series Thursday night. Have that parade Saturday or Sunday. Have traffic all crazy. Get down to Art Museum. And greet the champions.
Well, the coolest man in the building was awesome tonight. 5 scoreless innings for Ranger Suarez. Got some support.
All right, so like Ranger Suarez is done for the night.
Qualifying to win this game.
Yeah, he did a great job. All the damage was with 2 outs, and he never altered his mechanics or made any pitches in the zone. And he got some big outs with 2 outs to keep it at 0.
8-9-1 for the Phillies against Lance McCullers Jr. in this 5th. It's Gene Segura, who struck out his first time. Yeah,
foul ball.
Pitch here.
0-1.
What have you seen?
Gene Segura at the plate.
Well, Lance McCullers early just made too many bad pitches in the zone. And even if you're not sitting on a pitch, which I think some of the hitters do and some of them might have done tonight, if the pitch is in the location and it's not the one that you even thought was coming, you could still smoke that pitch. And he made a sinker that leaked to Bohm for a homer, a knuckle curve that rolled in the zone to Harper, and a really similar pitch 2-0 to Marsh. So those are the difference. That's how you get 4 runs, and people are going to wonder if something else was going on for those hits.
Bounce
to the third. Out at first, one out.
But he means something else.
Well, you're always looking for that.
Brandon Marsh coming to the plate.
I always have 3 other pitchers or 2 other pitchers watching me. See it. Tell me if I'm doing something. Because if you come out of if you start the game and it's boom, 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 or they're turning on pitches they normally don't, you got to make sure you're not tipping. The way to do it is to alter in your mechanics, glove, or certainly the way that you're taking the ball, or any mannerism that you're doing different. So those things are always
it's high.
They're always
1-0.
different things to pick at.
Brandon Marsh hit a home run his first time up and takes a ball here. Well, the last time Lance McCullers Jr. pitched in the World Series, Game 7 in 2017, 5 years ago on this day, the pitcher on the other side was tipping. Yu Darvish.
Nice. Good pitch.
It's 1-1.
Right over the plate. 1-1.
But there are other things that you can do that, believe it or not, with your mouth, or different things, or you bite down. I mean, you're always looking at things to see what's different.
All right, single to right for Brandon Marsh. 1 out. 1-1 first. Kyle Schwarber coming to the plate.
So that's on Lance McCullers. That's not on anything else other than he did not make a quality pitch. And as we talked about in the beginning of the game, I felt like the key for Lance McCullers was how many fastballs was he able to get with outs today, or pound for strikes. And he hasn't thrown enough of them with confidence to get these Phillies hitters off the off speed.
Okay to have different mixes for righties and lefties, but the fact that he refuses to throw a fastball to a left-handed hitter, that makes it tough.
That is tough.
He faces one of them here in Schwarber, who's walked and grounded out.
Ooh, good pitch. Bottom of the zone. 0-1.
Noah Schwarber, when he saw Lance McCullers on October 3rd, hit a fastball on the first pitch of the game for a home run. In the 4 starts since, he's thrown 2 fastballs to a left-handed hitter.
Inside.
Changeups.
1-1.
Now, we already told you, he did throw 24 to 25 curveballs in a row. So it's not that it can't work. When it's really, really good, you could almost tell the hitter it's coming. And there's times that he has that ability.
But you make
foul ball. 1 and 2.
Season, you make them to 4-5 in a long postseason run. How many of those starts do you have it at its very best?
You know, that's always what that's always one of the things that you struggle with as a starter. Every 5 days, you're like, oh, I feel good. You might have your best stuff on day 4. So it's really it's not as much as people think that you're going to be locked in every 5 days, and you just hope you can make the best of it when you are and do have your best stuff.
Another foul ball.
If you know
count still 1 and 2.
That's all you need to know. If you know one pitch is coming, your chances of a hitter go way up. If you can eliminate a curveball or a changeup, let's just say you can eliminate a changeup. Now the fastball is one you're always going to want to look for anyways, but now you've taken away a weapon from a pitcher. As we talked about before, like with Yu Darvish and some of the pitchers that have been known to have given away pitches.
Schwarber flies it to center field. McCormick's going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall.
Another one. Damn. They rocking them. 6-0 Phillies. And they smashing them. Yo, they is smashing. They gonna pull him. Yo, they smacking him around like a boy. Damn, they smacking him around like a boy. 6-0 Phillies. 2-run shot by Kyle Schwarber. Goodness gracious.
Fourth home run of the game for the Phillies. 6-0. Well, that one right there is another.
It just hung.
Looks like the hitters are not fooled. He was staying on that pitch the entire way. I mean, that is awfully difficult to do. And center cut that to center field. So a good visit here to the mound. But
are you more and more led to believe they're picking up on something?
it would be hard pressed that they don't have something on Lance McCullers one way or another.
And to be clear, this is all within the rules of the game.
Absolutely.
This has been going on for as long as baseball's been being played, as long as there's been something other than a fastball. Guys trying to figure out legally what's coming. Ryan Stanek warming in the Astros bullpen.
Bullpen warming up for the Astros. Reese Hoskins at the plate. Ooh, they gave him that.
Before my last year of just trying to get
0-1.
When my first start, I got back with St. Louis. They told me I was tipping in the bullpen. I said, if I'm
check
tipping
swing.
in the bullpen,
1-1.
I was tipping in the game. And once I fixed that, I fixed a lot of things.
What were you doing?
My glove. I was tipping with my glove. The way that my glove would open and close on particular pitches, and that's how they were getting it.
Foul ball, 1-2.
Isn't that so hard to have that wrench wedged in your mind as you go out there to pitch?
It's the biggest paranoia, and sometimes it doesn't even happen. But if you're paranoid and thinking it is, you're looking at everything you possibly can. You're looking at the way your delivery is, if it's altered at all.
That's outside. That's ugly. Dirt ball, 2-2.
But when someone picks it up, it becomes a glaring thing to the other side. It really is. And some hitters are good at it, some are not. Some don't want to know because their eyes get too big and they get out of their own mechanics when they're at the plate.
Hoskins with a drive, left field.
Yo, they rocking that field. Yo, they rocking him. Reese Hoskins with the solo shot. 7-0 Phillies. Damn. They rocking him. They rocking him. Wow. They smashing him. They need to pull him. Chris M dancing in my seat. Yo, absolutely. Dude, they are rocking him. They are rocking him. They rocking him. They are rocking him. Goodness gracious. Wow. Wow. It's over. I'm not so yeah, I'm assuming they're gonna go ahead and pull McCullers.
A souvenir and a memory for him.
Nice.
7-0, bottom of the fifth.
All right, so we're going to commercial break for a hot second. McCullers being yanked. Stanek coming in. JT Real Muto will be at bat with 1 out. Bottom of the fifth. Phillies up 7-0. Bottom of the fifth. It's crazy. Unbelievable. 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 Maya E, 5 home runs. Yeah, absolutely. They smacking them around, man. They smacking them around. Smacking them around. Appreciate the love and support, Maya E. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. We hear the rest of the World Series. 5 home runs, man. This is unbelievable, man. Well needed, man. Go up 2-1. Finish this thing out, man. Wednesday and Thursday. Had this parade either Saturday or Sunday. Cannot lose, man. Crazy. Unbelievable. We had a commercial break right now. Astros making the pitching change. McCullers coming out. Stanek coming in after giving up 7 earned runs in his start. Can't feel good. And we don't care. So Houston Astros making the pitching change. 1 out. JT Realmuto will be at the plate. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Glad I was able to be here with y'all today. 5 home runs. I know he got to be sick. All right, we back.
Here at Citizens Bank Park with Rhys Hoskins. Rhys, 5 home runs tonight by the Phillies against Lance McCullers. What was the game plan coming in?
I mean, he throws a lot of breaking balls. He gets a lot of chase. I've said this over and over about a lot of their pitchers, but it's really just about getting them in the strike zone. We feel with the talent that we have and the depth that we have in the lineup, if we can get guys in the strike zone, we're able to do damage like we have tonight.
Rhys, thank you very much. Joe, back to you.
Thanks.
Schwarber and Hoskins back-to-back. Homers 4 and 5 for the Phillies tonight. They lead 7-0 as Ryan Stanek comes on.
Well, he's going to come on and try to slow this train down for the Philadelphia Phillies, and that changes the relievers that are going to be used now. Alvarado.
Outside, they called the strike. 0-1.
Connor Brogdon gets up. It's amazing that when the
Just outside, 1-1.
the barrel, your bullpen when you're down 7-0 comes in and he's throwing 98. Final line for Lance McCullers. 7 runs. A career high 5 home runs.
Wow, 7 damn runs. Good
2
pitch.
strikes on Real Muto. And McCullers
1 and
has given
2.
up 4 home runs in 10 starts this year. Regular season, postseason. 5 tonight.
One 2 pitch. Got him swinging. JT Realmuto with the strikeout. 2 outs. Nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. Bryce Harper coming to the plate.
6 games this postseason. 5 extra base hits per game. 3 home runs per game, just south of.
Aren't they scoring 7 runs a game?
Yeah, yep. Right at the average. And they got him on the ballot. Harper hit the first of the 5. A 2-run shot in the first. Number 6 of the postseason for him.
Ooh, throw it right past him. 99. 0-1.
Well, if you're going to get him out, it's up there.
Another swing and a miss. Goodness gracious. 0-2 count. 2 outs.
Oh, a little Halloween humor lingering. Still got the costumes on. Party going here.
Damn, swing and a miss.
Strikes out Harper. 2 more.
Strike out Harper. All right. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies put up 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Commercial break. When we come back, it'll be top of the 6th inning. Phillies up over the Houston Astros 7-0. And when we come back from commercial break, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Astros. Pena, who's 0 for 2. Let me see. Let me give it 0 for 2. Alvarez is 0 for 2 with a K. And Bregman, who's 0 for 2. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Phillies. Going to the top of the 6th. Philadelphia Philadelphia 7, Houston nothing. Anybody in the stream, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys being here with me this evening. Watching the Phillies smack around the Houston Astros, making it look easy. I'm hoping for that parade here Saturday or Sunday. Take care of business tonight, tomorrow, and finish them off Thursday. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. But please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Bringing back in the game audio when we come back from commercial break. Connor Brogdon is coming in for the Phillies. In relief for Suarez, who had an outstanding start. No runs allowed. 3 hits. Solid start, man. Can't ask for nothing better. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Copyright. Won't need no copyright strikes.
From 5 different players. And a 7-0 lead for the Phillies to the 6th inning of Game 3. The series tied at a game apiece. And into the Phillies bullpen, Connor Brogdon. 2, 3, and 4 for the Astros. Jeremy Pena pops up a bunt. Strike 1.
All right, Pena at the plate.
2 runs in his
0-1 count.
Against the Braves, kind of all over the place. He admitted afterwards that he was nervous and didn't feel like himself, but he's retired 13 of the 14 hitters since.
Yeah, he's done a great job with the separation of a really firm fastball. Tall, slender, downhill guy that comes down at you with a fastball. But then the equalizer is that changeup with the same delivery and just tremendous deception. And he's been connected with it ever since.
Pena's grounded to short both times. Grounds it foul. It's 0-2.
0-2 count for Pena.
Jeremy Pena, a Gold Glove winner here as a rookie.
Oh, he did win?
Got announced today. Rawlings Gold Glove Award winners. We got 3 of the 20 winners across 2 leagues in the game tonight. On with Pena, Kyle Tucker, 1-1 for the Astros. JT Real Muto, Gold Glove catcher for the Phillies this year. That's a base hit to left.
Base hit for Pena.
To lead off the 6th.
I'll tell you who's playing Gold Glove.
Lead off single.
That I'm not so sure everyone thought was going to be able to, and that's Stott. I mean, he's not going to win a Gold Glove, but he has played that position and stabled that position for the Phillies and really changed the dynamics once they let Didi go.
That was the one thing, John, that Rob Thompson, having watched him in the Arizona Fall League this same time last year, said his plate appearances were really impressive. His discipline, awesome.
All right, so no outs. Runner on first. Top of the 6th.
He's completely exceeded his expectations. Gotten a lot better as this year's gone.
Alvarez at the plate for the Houston Astros. Nice. 1 out. 1 pitch out. We'll take it. 1 out. Pop out the Rock Field.
Switch today and see all the ways you could save. And by Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Well, this score, those last 3 runs, I'm telling you right now, is so huge for the usage of the bullpen for Philadelphia and Rob Thompson. He gets to save some bullets now in a game. Unless it gets close, he won't have to.
All right, Bregman at bat. Swing and a miss.
We talked about it.
0-1.
The path forward for the Phillies in this World Series could be similar to the one that the Nationals used as an underdog against the Astros in 2019, and that was to stick kind of an inner circle of pitchers and to only use their top guys unless they got into a situation like this, which they didn't often. And that might
Pop up, third base, 2 outs.
But they have a lot of similarities, the two staffs. You've got Ranger Suarez, like Patrick Corbin, who started games and also came in and got big outs lefty on lefty. You've got a couple starters who are really good, or have been for a lot of the year, in Wheeler and Nola. Not so far in the World Series, but guys that they trust moving into the back part of this series. And then in that bullpen, Alvarado and Dominguez, and then a little bit of Eflin and Robertson. Not necessarily using the entire staff, though. But, like you're saying, this gives you a chance to rest those guys.
Yeah.
All right, you got Tucker at the plate.
Kyle Tucker.
Nice. Good. Nice. 0-1 count.
Well, it's not many. I mean, I'm sure we'll get the numbers on it. It's not many times you get to see 5 home runs in 5 innings in a World Series game.
Yeah.
That's crushing it.
Nobody's ever hit more than 5 in a World Series game. That's foul.
Foul ball. 0-2 count. 2 outs. Runner on first.
Leaving Suarez in to get Altuve, that qualifies him for a victory. I'm sure he's aware of this. Only one pitcher won a World Series game who was born in Venezuela. That was Freddie Garcia. The first Venezuelan to start a World Series game was Ranger Suarez's mentor, Les Straker, longtime minor league coach in the Phillies minor league system, who taught him how to throw that sinker.
Low and outside. 1-2.
Suarez at 27 years old. So many big moments through this postseason, and then taking the ball in the first World Series game in this park in 13 years. This place on fire.
Right.
He was cool the whole way. One, two.
Foul ball.
Stayed alive.
1-2.
Pena started the inning with a single. He's still at first. Brogdon deals. Tucker
Foul ball.
field line foul.
Count still 1-2.
Game 4 of this series, same time, same place, tomorrow night. Aaron Nola for the Phillies. Christian Javier for the Astros. Another 1-2. Tucker.
Another foul ball. They making them work. I'll tell you that.
Tucker had the 2 home runs, his first 2 plate appearances to this World Series. 1 for 8 since. And an Astros offense that scored 5 runs in each of the 2 games in Houston, still looking for their first one tonight.
Swing and a miss. Got him striking out. All right, so we're going to commercial break. When we come back from commercial break, we'll be going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Phillies are up over the Astros, 7-0. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for the Phillies. Nick Castellanos, 0 for 2. Alec Bohm, 1 for 2 with a run scored and a home run. Bryson Stott, 0 for 2 with a K. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Phillies up 7-0. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Bringing back the game audio. When they come back from commercial break. Phillies 7, Astros 0.
The 2022 World Series on Fox is presented by Capital One. 5 home runs for the Phillies and a 7-0 lead. Here in Game 3, after the team split the 2 games in Houston. Phillies in command here in Game 3. On to pitch for the Astros, Jose Urquidy. Nick Castellanos leads off and fouls off for Urquidy's
Foul ball.
first pitch.
0 for 1, 0-1. Nick Castellanos at the plate.
Urquidy pitching for the first time in this postseason. Won 13 games as a starter during the regular season. Was 2-0 in the World Series last year. Just as a testament to the depth of this staff, this is his first time in. That's an opposite field base hit.
Nice. Single for Nick Castellanos. Leadoff single for Nick.
Leadoff man aboard for the Phillies in the 6th. Geico is donating tickets to honor military members.
Alec Bohm coming to the plate. Runner on first. No outs. Perfect way to start it off. Pile it on.
Jessica Wisniewski-Hagen. Thanks to them for their service. Thanks to all our servicemen and women for what you do. Here's Bohm.
To say the least, 7 hits, 7 runs. You would think they have 15 hits, but they've just made the most of their hits.
1-0 count. Alec Bohm at the plate.
7 hits, 7 runs. Tough to lose.
7 runs on a night where they haven't had a at bat with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's a record. World Series record.
0-2. 2-0.
Having a runner in scoring position.
Yep, I'm going on a limb, and I don't think that's going to break. I think it's a strong limb. I have no prior knowledge to it. I know Rick is spinning his wheels big time right now to find that out.
Dr. Rick Kajewski, stats man. Yeah.
Inside. 3-0.
We got our people on it, John. Our people are the best people. We're going to find that for you.
Okay. But let's just make a case. It has to be by the 5th inning.
Tomorrow?
No. That
I see what you're saying.
has to happen in the first 5 innings.
Okay. Keep adding qualifiers.
Ball 4.
Hard to play. Isn't that what every number
Single
is?
in the walk.
That's true.
No outs. Runner on first and second.
Well, this is what they've done all postseason.
Bryson Stott coming to the plate.
And now 17 home runs is the most in a team's home ballpark in National League postseason history. And of course, more games in a postseason run these days than ever. But still, 17 of them in 6 games.
But they're making it look so easy, and it's not that easy.
Well, get your game on at MLBshop.com. You can get authentic on-field caps, tees, hoodies, and more. All your postseason gear. Or with the Champs Wear at the official source, MLBshop.com. Stott is 0 for 2. Who around this time last year was in the Arizona Fall League, which is just a collection of
Curveball.
prospects.
0-1.
Keep getting at bats that aren't necessarily that close to the majors yet, so they're not going to threaten to make any postseason roster. And he was there really impressing a lot of people. That included Rob Thompson, who came away saying that is a big league quality at bat.
Foul ball. 0-2.
And then Stott makes the opening day roster. Started at third base, actually. It wasn't Alec Bohm that started at third. It was Stott at third, with Gregorius at short and Segura at second. And he had 2 hits on opening day. And it's like, okay, here we go. This big league thing's easy. Then he goes 6 for his next 66 and gets sent down. Well,
That's a high.
Segura gets injured.
1-2 count.
Stott gets called back up. Struggles throughout the middle part of the summer. Segura comes back, and Stott's average is sitting at 196, so it's like, well, no big deal, nowhere to play him. But that's when they cut Didi Gregorius loose, and they said, we believe in you. We know it's not been good so far, but we believe in you. And
Foul ball.
going forward, he rewarded their faith.
Still 1-2.
The hardest thing about the game today is we don't give pitchers enough time to figure out what they are. If they don't get it, they go in the pen. Hitters, if they don't get it, they get sent down. You got to give guys the proper amount of at-bats. And it's a younger game. We rush guys to the big leagues, and we see who can do it and who can't. And maybe the shelf life or the leash is much shorter than most.
Fouls it off.
Foul ball.
On the rookie shortstop. Here's Ken Rosenthal.
Making them work,
As a
though.
rookie, Bryson Stott is seeing more pitches per
Still
play
1 and 2.
than any player in the postseason, and this is nothing new for him. He had more walks than strikeouts during his career at UNLV and in the Arizona Fall League, which you referenced before. His coach at UNLV, Stan Stolte, well, he told me that the umpiring at the college level is not as good as it is in the majors, and that Stott knew the strike zone better than the umps.
Another foul ball.
This is what we've seen him do, John. Just spoil pitch after pitch after pitch. And there you go. He had it all up. He's seen 5 per plate appearance, most in baseball this post.
Him and Schwarber are taking most of the pitches and most of the pitchers' stress. And the rest of the lineup,
Hit home
they're ready to
runs.
swing right out of the gate.
Yeah. Another foul ball.
A quick word from
This gotta be like
Capital
pitch 8 or pitch 9.
Capital One is the official bank and credit card partner of Major League Baseball. What's in your wallet?
Katie's still looking for his first out. Single from Castellanos, walk from Ball. Battle from Stott. He's fouled off 5 pitches. This time he's down.
Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Gene Segura coming to the plate. Let's go, Clutch Gene.
How about Gene? Who played 11 big league seasons, never got to the postseason, traded a bunch of times, got a reputation that he wasn't a winning player. He's a good player, but not a winning player. It tends to come anytime you get traded as many times as he did. But the Phillies have raved about what he's meant for this team and how when he came back from that finger injury midsummer and saw that he had a chance to get to the postseason for the first time, as much focus and playing with as much
That's low and outside. Runner's going to advance.
90 feet for both.
Wild pitch. Runners advance to second and third. Count is 1-0. 1 out.
Well, one of the better ones behind the plate you saw. It's hard to get to a pitch that far, but legs spread out. If that were a goalie.
Yep. Go to the wild pitch.
Got in the net.
Oh, good pitch.
1-1.
1-1 count.
The Phillies got the right guy at the plate to make contact, because this guy will find the baseball.
Chance to drive in a couple.
Swing and a miss. Count is 1-2. 1 out. Runners at second and third.
Plastic bottle caps with a broomstick. Playing softball going up in the Dominican. Fast pitch softball. Very close distance, close range pitching. Quick hands. Good handoff. Infield pulled in for Dusty Baker on this 1-2 pitch.
Foul ball.
You know, the story of this game for me early on was how quickly the first inning ended for Houston. 9 pitches. And almost in the first at bat, Schwarber had 6 by himself and a walk. That's a huge difference from a team trying to sneak attack, get on the board, and take this crowd out, to then Philadelphia hasn't looked back since.
John, I have an answer for the limb you went out on. Okay, hold on for a second. Pop fly on the infield.
All right. Pop up to short.
It's so high, so we got to wait even longer before you get.
All right, 2 outs.
First time in World Series history, 7 or more runs scored in the first 5 innings without a plate appearance with a runner in scoring position.
That's awesome. I thought I was going to have to lose weight. I thought you were going to tell me it's happened before.
Brandon Marsh coming to the plate.
Nope.
2 outs. Runners on second and third.
2 gone in the 6th inning. And here's Marsh. I mean, you know things are going right for the Phillies when 9 hitters, 2 for 2 with a home run and 2 runs scored.
Well, and it goes back again to some of the strengths I was talking about that Houston tonight and McCullers didn't expose of the Phillies lineup. They went to their strengths and the off-speed pitches and some of the pitches that were not thrown that McCullers would like to have over. That's why Marsh 2 for 2.
Oh, inside.
We saw
1-0 count.
Since we followed the Phillies all the way through for the most part after the St. Louis series, how they were
You're not
getting
even 25 yet.
fastball above the zone. 4 hitters in the lineup struggle against fastballs. Well, those hitters today have taken advantage of off speed, and Marsh is one of them.
Flies run the other way. Alvarez
Pop up the left. Oh, they got it. All right, so the Phillies strand 2 on base. We're going to commercial break. When we come back, it'll be the top of the 7th. Philadelphia Phillies over the Houston Astros, 7-0. And when we come back from commercial break, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Houston Astros. Gurriel, 1 for 2. Hansley, 1 for 2 with a K. And McCormick, 0 for 1 with a walk and a K. Commercial break. We're going to the top of the 7th. Phillies over the Astros, 7-0. As always, anybody in the chat who hasn't already, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for all the love and support you guys have showed these past couple weeks, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I struggle stream and try to figure this thing out, trying to build up the community. learning all the little different ins and outs, trying to make the stream better. Got my lighting in the back now. Let me show you guys something real quick while we here. Control the lighting from my phone, so I can cut it off, cut it back on. So little stuff like that makes the stream pop out a little more. I think my next move is try to get like a better camera, like a better computer software, so that the stream can come in like 4K. Just little stuff like that, just to make it pop out a little bit more. See if I can get like some animations going on across the screen during the stream. Little things like that, give you guys a better experience. We bringing back the game audio when they come back from commercial break.
So this weekend starts Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday on Fox. Max Duggan leads the high-scoring TCU Horned Frogs into a Lone Star showdown with Texas Tech. And the Big Noon kickoff crew is live in Fort Worth at 10 a.m. Eastern. Texas Tech TCU at noon Eastern on Fox.
TCU still undefeated, right?
Uh-huh. Horned Frogs rolling. This is Kyle Gibson into the game for the Phillies. 7-0.
Kyle Gibson.
Now, Gibson was an option potentially for Game 5. He's pitched just one game in this postseason. He also could be an option to finish this game here, and then he don't touch anybody else in that pen.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many options now that Rob did not have in the equation, or at least in the crystal ball, to see that
0-1 count.
Have this luxury this late into the game. I mean, yesterday, a wash. Today, the perfect game so far for Philadelphia to give him cushion now for 2 more games here at home to use his bullpen differently now.
Gurriel sends one in the air to center.
Pop up the center.
Big deal for Brandon Marsh.
And 1 out.
In baseball, it doesn't matter if you lose by 1 or 10, but it does matter on how your strategy is if it's a close game and you lose by 1. You lose by 10, you lose by 8, your strategy is pretty simple on both sides. It's the easiest game to manage. The toughest game to manage was Game 1 for Rob Thompson, in my opinion. On the road, trying to steal a win, tie game, he went early to all his high leverage, and it paid off. And if it doesn't, maybe they come here down 2-0 because of what
That's
happened
in the dirt.
Too. But those things
1-0.
have trickle-down effects to your club, and he made a statement in Game 1.
1-0 on David Hensley. And then the home runs tonight that allowed them to cruise with that pitching staff. This is what the Phillies were built to do. Yeah, Wheeler and Nola have been really good all year. Yeah, the bullpen
Good
was
pitch.
rounded in the
1-1.
We even featured them off in the top tonight. How they put up zeros all postseason. That's good, but who this Phillies team is what you're seeing tonight. A bunch of sluggers who can hit it a long way, and they have bludgeoned the Astros with 5 home runs.
Now there will be some
Good pitch.
tonight after the
Good
game's
pitch.
over.
Way to paint the outside.
What they're looking
1 and 2.
for and trying to get it under the microscope. The difference is, to your point, these sluggers don't miss those kind of pitches. If a pitcher's on his game, you're looking at 12 strikeouts possibly out of the Phillies. But if they take away their strengths and they force them into stress pitches, you could run into this kind of game.
It's in the dirt. 2-2 count.
You're right on what the Phillies have been able to feast on so far in the postseason. And it's been remarkable to watch a team that put it all together in the, last 21 to 28 days of the season. Perfect timing so far.
Like they kept on talking about, they just wanted to get in. Rob Thompson said he felt like everybody was putting so much pressure on themselves with all the losing and all the slides they'd had late in the season.
Got him swinging.
Swing and a miss from Hensley.
Swing and a miss.
So he knew if they could just get into the postseason, it could be a loose
2 outs.
You gave us the keys to the game, John. And how'd they do?
Well, the Astros, unfortunately, couldn't take the crowd out of the game, and they didn't have that business as usual. But what the Phillies were able to do, no crooked numbers so far. Suarez did a great job and hit the fastball. They didn't get many of them, but they hit the fastballs that were in the zone. As we talked about, 7 hits,
Outside.
7 runs, and almost a flawless game to this point for the Phillies.
1-0 count. McCormick at bat.
One ball, no strikes on Chas McCormick. Strikeout and a walk for him. Sharply hit and through.
All right, so that's a single for McCormick. 2-out single.
World Series going. Reached 6 of his 9 plate appearances now. Well, $250,000 has already been donated to the Jackie Robinson Foundation through the Capital One walk-off program. For every walk-off during the World Series, they'll donate an additional $75,000 to the foundation to honor the 75th anniversary.
All right, we got Maldonado at the plate for the Houston Astros. I think Maldonado is 0 for 2. I'll say 1 for 2 today.
And he kept alive for Martin Maldonado.
That's low. 1-0.
You look at the guys that have hit the home runs for the Phillies tonight. We talked about them being built to do this. 2 free agent acquisitions, Schwarber and Harper. One guy they traded for this year in Brandon Marsh, traded for mostly for his defense. And then 2 who they
nice, good pitch.
1-1. And Reese Hoskins. 1 in Bryson Stott, who debuted this season. And for Alec Boehm, who debuted 2 years ago. They're really a reflection of how this roster was put together. We've finally gotten some guys to come up through the system and impact it.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. Count is 1-2. 2 outs. Runner on first. Top of the 7th. It's outside. 2-2.
Now, because of the rain out, tomorrow might be the first time that this city ever, well, it will be ever, has more interest in their baseball team than their football team. Not tomorrow, but Thursday.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Grounder hit to the pitcher. Out at first. All right, so Phillies get out of that. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning after the commercial break. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 7th for the Phillies. Phillies are up over the Astros, 7-0. And when we come back from commercial break, it'll be 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber, 1 for 2. 2 runs scored and a home run. Reese Hoskins, 1 for 3 with a run scored and a home run. JT Real Muto, 1 for 2. 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Going to the bottom of the 7th. 7-0 Phillies. Please, please, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Bringing back the game audio when they come back from commercial break.
Philly, lightning strikes, 2-0 Phils. Over Alvarez and gone. Ambush, 3-zip. The third home run for the Phillies. Gone. Wow. Monstrous glass. And explode.
We don't need no copyright strikes. Probably let that rock too long as is.
For the Phillies here in Game 3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're in Game 3. The Phillies in front of some big Phillies fans. Carly Lloyd is part of our Fox Sports family. She's from Jersey, not too far from here. Derek Jeter is in the house tonight, visited with our pregame show. Fletcher Cox, the Eagle, and Tug's boy Tim McGraw. His throwback Phillies light blue. Justin Verlander's wife, Kate, has been hoping for another chance to pitch in this World Series.
Kyle Schwarber at bat.
Verge of taking a 2-1 lead. Top of the order.
1-0 count.
Jose Urquidy. 1 ball, no strikes on Kyle Schwarber. Curves it down.
Foul ball. 1-1.
Well, the Phillies, they're hoping to get back home here, and things have been pretty awesome when they've been here, but they took it to a whole other level tonight.
This was a really big game for Philadelphia for more than one reason. Obviously, they want to win every home game, and they don't have to go back to Houston. But I think this was a swing game, as we've talked about in Game 3's of best of 7. But because of that rain out, it really put
2-1 count
in a much different position in what Rob Thompson could do with his rotation. And now he has flexibility, right? They're guaranteed, at the worst case scenario, to go back to Houston, but they want to put this thing over.
Good pitch.
Here at home.
Right over the plate. 2-2.
Executed better. And the pitches that were hit for homers, the hitters saw too many of the same pitches, whether or not they had something and some intel on what the pitcher was giving away. Too many pitches in the same area with the same
2-2 pitch.
And the more you
breaking
see,
ball.
the less
That's a ball.
deviation you're seeing, and these kind
Full
of hitters,
count.
boy, they took advantage of it. And you're going to see most of these pitches were in the strike zone.
Schwarber's got one of those 5 home runs. And now with his 46 in the regular season, 4 in the postseason, 50 total for Schwarber in his first year in Philly.
All right, coming 3-2 pitch. Foul ball.
He's the third
Count
Philly
still full.
50 home runs in a season. Ryan Howard did it twice. Mike Schmidt in 1980 did it. And he's not hit any cheapies.
No, that last one he hit. I mean, again, he saw a ton of changeups, but he hit a changeup 443 feet. That one caught my eye.
And it was not a horrible pitch.
No, it wasn't. But again, he saw too many of them, and if you know one pitch,
all right, 3-2 pitch.
A couple others.
Foul ball. Goodness gracious.
Way foul and way up there. You don't bring your glove up there. Top deck at 100 feet foul. On the 8th pitch, Schwarber swings in this.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout, Kyle Schwarber. 1 out.
Yeah, the first one, that was center cut, and it was one pitch. Okay, so that one is by itself different. This was one pitch. Came back into the plane of the bat. All right, this one was a hanger, and we talked about the bat speed. But this at bat right here, for me, Schwarber took it 443 feet, and then a breaking ball that didn't have quite the tilt and the turn. And when a breaking ball's in the strike zone and it's not turning the corner, I've said it a million times, it's the recipe for home runs for hitters, because that spin and the arc and kind of the bat angle of what you're launching it is the perfect recipe for a launched ball over the fence.
And not just in the World Series, but in a postseason game. McCullers are the first to give up 5. Hoskins sends one.
I was about to say, pop up the center. 2 outs.
Well, as we look forward to tomorrow,
JT Real Muto coming to the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Nobody on.
Opportunity to atone for the first game, right? And I think people ask me all the time, like, what do you do if you've had success against a team and then you face them again versus not having success? I actually think it's easier for a pitcher who has not had success to make the adjustment than for hitters who faced a pitcher and dominated, like the pitcher dominated. So look for Nola to make some adjustments off of what he did in game 1, and we'll just see how the Houston Astros notice or not on what he's pitching and how he's pitching.
Foul by
Foul ball, 0-1.
In game 1, and then Christian Javier on the other side. 5 1/3 scoreless innings at Yankee Stadium, game 3 of the championship series. Guys, really good.
Yeah, their whole staff. I mean, that's why they did what they did. It's an impressive statistical and really impressive staff.
Foul ball, 0-2 count for JT.
And I've heard, and this makes sense. I mean, the division the Phillies played in wasn't a joke for the top three teams, right? The West in the American League had some differences of the haves and have-nots. So the Phillies, even though their record was what it was, peaked at the right time and played in a tough division.
Swing and a miss. JT Realmuto with the strikeout.
On to the 8th in game 3.
All right, 1, 2, 3 for the Houston Astros. We go on a commercial break. When we come back, it'll be the top of the 8th inning. Phillies are over the Astros 7-0. And when we come back from commercial break, it'll be 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup for the Astros. Jose Altuve, 0 for 3. Jeremy Pena, 1 for 3. Yordan Alvarez, 0 for 3 with a K. 1, 2, 3 in the lineup for the Astros. Going to the top of the 8th. Phillies are up 7-0. And we got a new pitcher for the Phillies coming in. Nick Nelson. He's a righty. Let's see his stats. He got 1 save. His ERA is 4.85. So they just going to the bottom of the pitching rotation, I see. All right, so we got Nick Nelson coming in. I don't know how I feel about that. We got a 7-run cushion, so it shouldn't be too bad. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Please and thank you. These last few innings kind of been like a little snore fest. Ain't really been too much action, too much drama. Yep. Nick Nelson coming in for the Phillies. Saving all the good arms. That's what we like. Bringing back the game audio. We come back from commercial break. Phillies 7, Astros nothing. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel.
Gaming room at the 24th Police Athletic League, an organization that enriches the lives of Philadelphia's youth. This World Series legacy effort included appearances by Phillies legend Cole Hamels, Roberto Clemente Award winner Justin Turner, and the Clemente family. In Game 3 tonight, 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the fifth, all off home runs for the Phils. Now, we mentioned that they could have Kyle Gibson finish the game, or they could limit him to an inning, have him available for Game 5 as well. Nick Nelson comes on for his postseason debut this year for the Phils. Former New York Yankee who last pitched on October 5th.
Yeah, you get to find out a little bit about Nick Nelson.
Jose Altuve at the plate.
Series, fastball slider.
Outside. 1-0.
Ball on Altuve.
And a good changeup. So he's going to throw fastballs and changeups about the same percentage in the slider.
Foul ball. 1-1.
Game 2, he's 0 for 3 tonight. The Astros find themselves trailing in a postseason series here. They did after Game 1, after cruising through the first 2 rounds. They were unbeaten in the division series and the championship series.
That's low and outside.
2-1.
2-1 count.
Oh, what happens in a series like this, and I know from experience, when you're favored and you get too many of them and you find yourself in these situations, the pressure reverts back to you. And this was a team favored coming in, and they knew it. And right now, Philly has put a lot of pressure on them.
2-2 count.
Winning Game 1, but Game 3 now, in the manner in which they have the narratives, you got to block out the narratives, because after Game 1, it was like, oh, Phillies, they're going to win this series. And then Game 2 kind of flips the teeter-totter back. And now what they've done in Game 3 is given this crowd in the city a lot of
foul ball.
Yeah, remember it took 3 pitches.
Still 2-2 count.
To kind of restore order after they fell behind the series. Yes, and a 2-0 lead on 3 straight doubles to open Game 2. And really, teams that have been there, done that, don't get bogged down by it's a loss, and it's 2 games to 1. We're down. Now we got to go to work tomorrow. What you don't want to do is face elimination soon.
Grounder hits this short.
Takes his time.
Out at first. 1 out.
1 gone in this 8th inning. What a
Jeremy Pena coming to the plate for the Houston Astros.
Only undefeated team in the NFL, the Eagles. How about the Union headed to the MLS Championship? Well, the Phillies in the World Series for the first time in 13 years. As improbable of a run as you're going to find. You said, John, today that if the Phillies win this World Series, you think it'll be the most improbable one in your lifetime?
Absolutely. And again, and I'm sure there's going to be something I'm overlooking, but I'm talking about in recent memories, and certainly since I've been fortunate enough to do this job, even when the Chicago Cubs came back down 3 games to 1.
Oh, he went around. He couldn't check his swing.
It wasn't like
0-1 count for Jeremy Pena.
This season has unfolded, and to get in the way they did and to beat the teams that they have, that to me, I think it trumps everything else.
Right. So the 2016 Cubs, they won 103 games during the regular season.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, these Phillies, 87 wins.
That's low.
This is the second
1-1 count.
Gap in wins between 2 teams in World Series history. Astros won 106 games. Phillies won 87. You got to go back to the 1906 World Series when the White Sox beat the Cubs after Cubs won 116 games during the regular season.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
No chance. There were 7 games below 500. They changed
1-2 count. 1 out. Nobody on. Top of the 8th.
Okay, what do we learn about this group of players for this year? And who's the manager after Thompson finishes this year?
And on the flip side, it'd be the ultimate vindication for Houston if they're able to win the World Series after everything that they've been through and the cloud that was over their head after 2017.
1-2 to Pena.
Outside. 2-2 count.
There's a great point you brought up, though. That's a little bit misleading, the gap in wins, just when you look at the two divisions.
Yep.
Phillies had 2 100-win teams in the division. The Astros had the Mariners, but after that, big drop-off. You play 19 games against teams
outside.
You did through this year. It's going to change.
Full count.
Year. So that's the bulk of your schedule. That's not to take anything away from these Astros. They are a machine at 106 wins, every bit that machine. It's more to point out that the Phillies are probably better than those 87 wins indicate. Yeah, proven that as this postseason goes on.
3-2 pitch. Outside. Good. That wasn't even close. All right, so Jeremy Pena going to first base.
Well, for every home run hit this postseason,
Jordan Alvarez coming to the plate.
$5,000 to Team Rubicon's hurricane recovery efforts when you text relief to 595959. T-Mobile donates another $5. 89 home runs hit this postseason, 5 of them tonight. Getting close to $500,000 in donations for hurricane relief.
Well, the mindset of the next day starting pitchers is going to be a little bit opposite for each guy going into tomorrow.
Outside, 1-0.
To ride the wave that they've had here, and you're going to have that man that wants to say, no. I'm going to establish myself. I'm going to set the tone early, because really, this series in 3 games have been set early by each team. The difference is Philly won the games that Houston set the tone.
Right? Hey, Nelson better get his stuff together.
They came back and won that game, and then tonight, Philly set the tone with almost saying they ain't coming back. 5 home runs.
The home team in all 3 games has just busted out of the gates. 2-0 on Alvarez, looking for his first hit of the game. Astros going to get him going. He's now 4 31.
Yes, absolutely. And give the credit to collective game planning on the other side too. But Alvarez is a monster. If you start fretting as a staff that you can't get certain pitches by him, if he starts turning pitches around again, watch the series change as well.
On 2-1.
Inside 3-1.
Astros trying to gather some good feelings as this one winds out. 1-4.
We got Bregman on deck.
Towering fly ball into shallow center field.
Pop up. Middle of center field. Marsh got it. 2 outs. 2 outs. Bregman coming to the plate.
And a quick word from DraftKings.
This postseason, bet $5, win 200 in free bets if your team wins. Download the app and get in on the action.
Bregman's 0 for 3.
That's high. 1-0.
It's been a resurgence in the World Series for Bregman so far this year with a double in the first game, a home run in the second game. He was a monster in his first couple trips to the World Series.
Nice swing and a miss. 1-1.
First two World Series, Alex Bregman hit 5 homers. But then last year, he was 2 for 21. And by the end of the World Series, got dropped to 7th in the batting order. He was quietly dealing with a wrist injury. Yeah. Days after the season, he had surgery on it. It's been a big part of the story this year. Finally healthy again. When he's healthy, he's one of the top hitters in baseball.
Foul ball, 1-2.
Team does feed off of Altuve, and the top 5 hitters in the game only have 1 hit right now, and that's not going to get it done. When you get this, you get 4 hits or so out of the bottom of your lineup. That's usually a good thing for Houston, but it hasn't been tonight. They haven't got the top 5 on base.
Because most days you.
All right, 2 outs. Runner on first. 1-2 count.
1 for 17. Altuve.
Go to pitch.
Bregman, Tucker.
Pop up. Foul territory. Foul ball. All right. Count still 1-2.
Nelson, 2 seasons with the Yankees. He really struggled in New York, but he actually got to pitch a couple games in the postseason in 2020. First time since his first year with Philadelphia. '26-year-old from Panama City, Florida. Home of the 1-2 to Alex Bregman.
Foul ball. Still 1-2.
The 1-2 pitch. Bregman.
That's high. Goodness gracious. 2-2.
5 scoreless innings from Ranger Suarez, and then able to stay away from their top relief arms. So they pieced together the last 4.
And you think about it, they're a batter or 2 away from going right to that pen. 2 outs. Was it first and third? And Suarez got a pop-up that ultimately changed.
Foul ball. Still 2-2.
3 in the bottom half of the 5th.
Yeah, it was 4-0. Altuve was at the plate. And Andrew Bellotti was warning, which would lead you to believe he was up for top of the order, but Bob Thompson sat him down, let Suarez go after Altuve, and he promptly got him, sawing him off. And in position to win this game.
Another foul ball.
And again, look, as players, we sat in the dugout and tried to make decisions along with our manager, but a lot of people sit at home and second guess like crazy and say they're going to be right. And I'm sure a lot of people were like, take them out. That's the way you do it. But the advantage of leaving them in trumps so many other scenarios.
High fly ball down the left field line, hooking towards the foul pole, and just wide of the pole and foul.
Foul ball.
Bregman really working hard here.
Good. That was close too.
Man, that was
close.
I'm sure the Bregman looked good for a long time.
All right.
He's fouled off a bunch. This is going to be the 10th pitch.
10th pitch. 2-2 count. Outside.
For a ball. If you had to face 10 of him or 9 of him, you would throw the most pitches you've ever thrown in your entire life. Like,
all right, full count.
And obviously there's
2 outs. Runner on first.
He'd make a pitcher work for everything that he had.
I thought you were going for one of those. Would you rather face 1 million ant-sized lions or
Outside, another walk. Come on, Nelson.
Bregman truly earns this walk. They're first and second. Hey, the Fox Sports family wishes to extend our condolences to our good friend Rich Russo with the loss of his mom, Maria. Rich is our lead director of the top NFL team on Fox. He's been a major part of the Fox family since its inception nearly 3 decades ago. And so our prayers and wishes are with you, Rich, and your whole family. Phil's up 7-0.
All right. Pitching coach came out. They at the mound right now.
Nelson is throwing 28 pitches, still looking for that third out. We've been talking about it a little bit. Game 4 is tomorrow. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock Eastern. Christian Javier, you don't hear a ton about him just because of all the stars on this team, and Verlander and Framber Valdez at the top of the rotation in particular. But Christian Javier has 5 consecutive starts back into the regular season where he's not given up a run. And he's showing an ability to really pitch well in tough environments.
They got Tucker at the plate. Low, 1-0. Well, Nelson is tripping.
Now I'm following you.
You were looking at me like double check.
I was wondering what his streak was, but then the relief appearance.
Tucker's 0 for 3 on this 1-0 pitch. Sends one the other way. That sends Schwarber back.
Nice. Got out of there. Perfect. Houston Astros strand 2 on base. We're going in a commercial break. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 8th inning for the Phillies. Phillies are up 7-0, 3 outs away. And when we come back from commercial break, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for the Phillies. Bryce Harper, 1 for 3, with a run scored and a home run. Nick Castellanos, 1 for 3, and Alec Bohm, 1 for 2 with a home run. 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for the Phillies. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be the bottom of the 8th. Phillies up 7-0. Bring it back to game audio once we come back from commercial break.
for the Phillies tonight. This man here hit the first of those 5. Bryce Harper to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Joe Davis, John Smoltz, Ken Rosenthal, Tom Verducci back here in Philly. Jose Urquidy stays in the game for the Astros. Trying to gobble up what he can. And Harper fouls it off. You know, Bryce Harper, we know all the stuff about Prodigy and on the cover of Sports Illustrated, first pick of the draft. That was all before he could see. So, first slump of his minor league career, he's thinking, what's going on here? He makes a trip to the eye doctor.
Ooh, that's high.
And he goes through the
Count is 1-1. Bryce Harper at the plate.
They finish up. The doctor folds his own glasses, crosses his legs, and he says, son, I have no idea how you've ever hit a baseball. You have some of the worst eyes I've ever seen. And again, this guy had been on the cover.
Swing and a miss.
It was the first
1-2.
draft already. So Bryce tries on contacts for the first time, and he says, wow, it's like I'm seeing it in HD. And so then the Prodigy in the first pick really took off because he could see.
Pop up.
Have to squint to see that
Third
one
base.
way up in the sky. Comes down to Alex Bregman for the first out.
All right, 1 out. Nick Castellanos coming to the plate.
Nick Castellanos 1 for 3 at the plate today. He's really made his biggest impact in this postseason, believe it or not.
Defense, yep, absolutely.
That was game 1 of the division series. If he doesn't make that catch, the Braves tie the game. This is game 1 of the World Series. He doesn't make that catch. The Astros win the game in the bottom of the 9th. And then tonight, with the place on fire, ready to explode at a moment's notice, first pitch of the game, he makes this diving play. Nick Castellanos during the regular season was the worst defender in baseball. And he told Ken Rosenthal the other day that, look, part of the deal, if I'm being honest, was I have a hard time staying engaged during the regular season on every pitch. And so my jumps aren't great. My reads aren't great.
1-0.
It's impossible not to be locked in every single pitch in the postseason. 1-1.
1-1 count.
His pitchers are probably hearing him like, come on, buddy, when I'm pitching, lock in.
Well, I understand what he was saying. I mean, he's into every pitch. It's just now you're hyper focused.
That's in the dirt. 2-1.
It's like the version of pitching in the regular season. You're going to throw a 3-1 pitch fastball majority of the time and take your chances. You're not going to do that in the postseason. You're going to think differently. You're going to pay attention to details differently. It's only human nature that 162 games you can get lost in the moment or drift and do certain things that you would
swing and a miss.
Year. And that's why
2-2 count for Nick Castellanos.
And that's why
1 out. Bottom of the 8th.
Like the postseason, because the pressure and the questions and all of it comes faster at you. When the length of 162, it's spread out.
And some guys conversely do. That does it for them.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout. 2 outs.
Inning, and it brings up Alec Bohm, who's got one of those 5 home runs tonight. It was the 1,000th in World Series history. It was the first one of his postseason career. Jumped on the first pitch of that second inning and hit it out. Well, the very first World Series home run was from Jimmy Sebring of the Pirates in 1903, and some famous ones through the years since then. Of course, Bill Mazeroski ended the World Series in 1960. Carlton Fisk, who kept it fair in 75. Kirk Gibson in 1988. And we cut the reel before they showed
Alec Bohm to the plate. 2 outs. That's low. 1-0.
That the home run for Jimmy Sebring, the first World Series, he got it off a pitch that wasn't very good, though. Cy Young.
Do we know the exit velocity?
We don't. We know it's an inside.
Pop up the right field. And that's out. All right. 1-2-3 inning. We're going to commercial break. When we come back, it'll be the top of the 9th inning. Phillies are up over the Astros, 7-0. We 3 outs away. We're going up 2-0. Please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. 3 outs away. We will be back same time tomorrow for Game 4. First pitch is 8:03 tomorrow. And we're here for Game 5 Thursday. Same time. 8:03 first pitch. Gotta find out who's let's do that right now. We ain't doing nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. When we come back from a commercial break, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Houston Astros. Gurriel 0 for 1. Hensley 0 for 1 for 3 with 2 Ks, and McCormick 1 for 2 with a walk and a K. Going to the top of the 9th. Let's see who's pitching tomorrow. Let's see here. They didn't have him. They don't have him announced on ESPN. Oh no, actually they do. All right, so Aaron Nola is pitching tomorrow against Christian Javier. Let's see what Christian Javier. His record this season is 11-9, 2.54 ERA, 194 Ks. Okay. 6'1", 213. He's a righty. Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Okay. He got some solid starts. He definitely got some solid starts. He's 5-0 for his last 5 starts. He's only given up 1 earned run in his last 5 starts. Okay. It should be a good one tomorrow. All right, there's been some defensive substitutions. Nick Castellanos out. Matt Vierling in. Alec Boehm out. Sosa is in. Andrew Bellotti on the mound for the Phillies. Gurriel at bat for the Astros. Nice. 1-0 count. I'm sorry, 0-1 count for Gurriel. My guy, JC Ramirez. What's going on, man? How you been? I've been good, man. I'm enjoying my Phillies, man. What you think? Pop up to second. 1 out. We 2 outs away. How you been, JC?
So Sosa and Vierling both into the game as defensive replacements. And that's on a night where they didn't have to use the top dogs.
Yep. They did. Alvarado did get close to getting hot, which means he was firing his bullets to get ready to come in the game in a couple hitters. So a little bit of that juices were flowing, but didn't have to really get the adrenaline going in the game.
Pinch hitter here is Trey Mancini. Dusty Baker trying to give him a shot to find something. Looking for his first hit.
All right, 0-1 for the strike.
Be surprised to see anybody other than David Hensley in that DH spot tomorrow, though, given his base hit today and the struggles between Mancini and Diaz.
Yeah,
That's
that's a tough
low.
thing for a manager because
1-1 count.
The season, you can ride those things out. You know it's going to turn around, but you don't have that luxury. When a guy gets lost mechanically and statistically, it's not showing up to where you're forced sometimes to do the uncharacteristic move and try to find some offense in a position that wasn't giving you much offense.
That's low. 2-1. Mancini is that bad?
Years was the biggest problem on a team full of them. Okay this year, improved this year. Outstanding in this World Series. Velotti's 2-1 pitch.
That's low. 3-1 count.
And when Rob Thompson got this job, he thought back to something that
McCormick
Joe
on base.
always preached because Rob was in New York.
I'm sorry, McCormick on deck.
Joe would always say, break the season and your goals into small pieces, bite-sized pieces. So Rob, that's the first thing that he thought to himself when he took over. That's a fly ball to right field. Long run for Veerling.
Pop up the right. 2 outs.
And so the first thing was, hey, let's get this team to 500. They did that. All right, let's set our sights on 5 games above 500. Got there. All right, how about 10 games above 500? Well, they got to 12. They clinched the postseason. He gathered the team in Houston, and he said, look, boys, 13
2 outs.
wins and we're world champs.
Nobody on.
Now that math's simpler than ever.
We got McCormick coming to the plate.
2022 Philadelphia Phillies are about to be 2 wins from winning it all. Two gone in the ninth, Chas McCormick.
Ooh, as I was hitting. 1-0.
They've got one of their studs going tomorrow.
Aaron Nola tomorrow.
It was a little more fired up than usual in the post game. He goes, these guys get after it when they win, but game 1 was special.
Inside again. Goodness gracious.
They won that game.
2-0.
They had flipped the script on a series that, everyone says, you got to win on the road. Well, you win on the road after you're down 5-0. That says a lot about your team.
Worry-free, fear-free, carefree, this bunch. They showed that in game 1.
Outside. 3-0.
To ride that wave of this crowd. About to be 6-0. And this fan base, this city, has become as much a part of the story as a fan base in the city is ever going to be with a team on the field. They have elevated the team on the field. A 3-0 pitch.
Well,
it's a strike.
Philly answered the call.
3-1.
We talked about neither team had lost 2 games in a row for a while. So Philly answered the call. It'll be Houston's chance tomorrow to continue that streak of not losing 2 games in a row in quite some time.
And neither of these teams in the postseason.
Yeah, and they'll be put to the test tomorrow.
Yep. McCormick.
He went around. All right, so he didn't check his swing. 3-2 count. 2 outs. Nobody on. 1 pitch away from going up 2-1 in the series.
I don't even know why they have seats in the stadium. No one sat all night.
Foul ball.
And again, as crazy as what I'm about to say is, a 7-0 loss. I mean, if there's a way to lose a game, you've been outplayed in every facet. You lost. It's actually easier to get over that as a team than if you lost on a walk-off or lost by 1 and had a moment or 2 you could have won the game. So in a weird way, Houston has kind of known from, 5th inning on, there was a good chance they might not mount 8 runs. So psychologically, it's a little easier to deal when you've got your butts kicked.
Another 3-2.
3-2 pitch. Got him. Got him looking.
For these Phillies and these fans, it was worth the wait. The For 13 years and another day with the rain out.
All right, that's it.
They powered their way.
Phillies up 2-1. Game 4 tomorrow. Aaron Nola, our ace. It's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. Phillies take the 2-1 lead in the World Series. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Astros, 0 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Hey, man, we took their starting pitch. We took I forget his name. We took their starting pitcher to task today. That's all we needed, man. Hey, I thank you guys for hanging out with me as always. Thank you for the love and support. Like that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will be back tomorrow, same time. First pitch is 8:03. I should be on about 7:55, a few minutes before the starting pitch. I definitely want to see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Good night.